United Rentals understands that your routine is never routine. That's why we stand in the same dirt, ready to help you work with unmatched equipment and expertise that turn worries into wins. So as the weather shifts, plans change, and project complexity increases, we stand united with you. United Rentals. Work united.
The Branch Neighborhood Grill is proud to sponsor our Smithson Valley athletes. We are located just off of Highway 46. We serve good food, cold drinks, and a whole lot of great Rangers. Since 2014, Keith Wing Custom Builders has been delighting owners with one-of-a-kind dream homes. Keith only builds it like he would live in it. Come see what that means.
Not the fun part of being a dad, but I have to speak to you about something that is concerning me.
Concerning you?
Yeah. Heard you and your mother talking about this Arlo fella, and
Arlo?
I wasn't eavesdropping. He's always watching you. His videos are secure. This guy sounds like a creep.
It's not.
Your privacy is very important to me, and I think you need to make better decisions when it comes to boys. And this Arlo is not a boy that I think you should be dating.
You're dating someone?
Yeah, Arlo. I heard you guys talking about him.
Arlo.
Yeah.
Dad, Arlo's the name of the new security cameras that we got from our service provider. We were talking about how great they are and how safe they make me feel. Arlo's not a boy.
Well, that's a boy's name.
Oh, boy.
Ah, not a boy. Apparently, we just learned that it's a camera named after a boy. Why don't you name it Peter?
So, where are we eating?
With GVTC's blazing fast fiber speeds,
3.5 stars, not a chance we try anything under 4.
you might feel like other things in life are taking a little longer than before.
Ooh, what sounds better, La Fiesta or Dumpling Palace?
Oh, Dumpling Palace.
Ew, gross.
We may not be able to speed up your dinner decisions, but we can provide fast and consistent premium Wi-Fi to search all the available options. Enjoy the GVTC difference, and please be patient with things that may have seemed to
Wait, what are we gonna watch?
slow down a bit. GVTC, connecting you.
Hey, buddy. Got your glove?
Yep, I got it right here. You're coming, right?
Of course. I'll see you in 10 minutes.
Awesome.
Don't forget the you-know-whats.
Whether you're gearing up for a big project or a big game, GVTC has everything you need to stay connected.
What do you think?
They are going to love these.
From smart security and high-speed internet to TV and phone, GVTC provides cutting-edge technology for your home and business.
Thank you.
You made it. Hey, what is it? Whoa, Jersey!
With deep roots in the community, we're committed to building a stronger, better, connected future for the areas we serve. Our GVTC Foundation's charitable support and industry-leading products help you stay connected to what matters most. GVTC, connecting you.
Not the fun part of being a dad, but I have to speak to you about something that is concerning me.
Concerning you?
Yeah.
Nothing like flickering lights and a little Hell's Bells by AC/DC to get you in the mood for some Thursday night football. We welcome you to New Braunfels, Texas. And in a season that started with Smithson Valley over at Comalander Stadium, then took us up to Bernie for a matchup between the Greyhounds and Laredo United, then took us to Marion for Gonzales and Marion. Ingram and Blanco was next, followed by Pleasanton and Davenport. Here we are, the campus of New Braunfels Christian Academy, also known as NBCA, for what should be a fantastic matchup between the Wildcats and the Bernie Geneva Eagles. And so we welcome you inside to another edition of GVTC TV's Thursday night kickoff right here on Channel 16, the local lens. Joining us in just moments, Tony Brubaker, the man, here to break down all of the action throughout the broadcast as he gets you set for a TAPS matchup between two programs, kind of similar backgrounds. New Braunfels Christian Academy's been around for a lot longer, but both getting their starts in 6-man, eventually both making their way to 11-man football. The Eagles from Geneva a lot sooner, but NBCA is here, and boy, are they making it known in just year 3 of 11-man football, already off to a 5-1 start. You can hear the music. It's jacking up behind me. Crowd ready to go. Lights flickering as we tell you about these two teams. Geneva been playing football since 2008. NBCA, first football in 11-man, 2022. So this their 3rd season overall. Both, as mentioned, playing 6-man to start. Now, for Geneva, off to a 3-3 start. They're looking to get things going. But here's the thing. When you get into district play, and this a matchup of two teams that are in TAPS 3, District 3, it starts anew. For New Braunfels Christian Academy, we've talked about their 5-1 record. That one loss coming to Holy Cross, so it came in district, but very much fighting for one of those playoff spots as everybody is trying to chase the Knights right now, ranked number 1 in the state at this level of TAPS. And so when you look at this matchup, you look at two teams that are looking to get on the winning track. We bring in our man, Tony Brubaker, mentioned them just a little while ago. You see NBCA, they're going to be wearing the home dark uniforms along with Whiskers, the Wildcat. I told Whiskers, Tony, that I would give her some love here during the broadcast. Okay. So Whiskers, the Wildcat, getting some love. Our own Wildcat here to break down the action throughout the night. And Tony, when you look at this matchup, just want to get your thoughts when you see NBCA and Geneva and what you expect this evening.
I think Geneva is a team that's more established at this level, the 11-man level, but I don't know that they have as much firepower to really score enough. NBCA on the other side has a sophomore quarterback who's just lighting it up. They have a running back who's got 950 yards in 6 games. They've got a receiver named Crew Wright who's catching everything that's thrown his way. They are hot on offense, and their defense has been playing pretty good too.
It has been playing very, very well. And as we continue our analysis, let us pause for a minute. They're having a pregame prayer here, and so let's pause for a minute. Be respectful. We'll pick up the broadcast right after this prayer right here.
We pray for those who will lead and serve them tonight. We lift up our 2 schools and all the families and friends that are here. Lord, we ask that you would receive our gratitude for your amazing grace and the salvation and life that you have provided for us through your Son, Christ Jesus, in whose name we pray. Amen.
Playing of our national anthem.
We're going to step aside. When we come back, kickoff between Geneva and New Braunfels Christian.
Not the fun part of being a dad, but I have to speak to you about something that is concerning me.
Concerning you?
Yeah. Heard you and your mother talking about this Arlo fella, and
Arlo?
I wasn't eavesdropping. He's always watching you. His videos are secure. This guy sounds like a creep.
It's not.
Your privacy is very important to me, and I think you need to make better decisions when it comes to boys. And this Arlo is not a boy that I think you should be dating.
You're dating someone?
Yeah, Arlo. I heard you guys talking about him.
Arlo.
Yeah.
Dad, Arlo's the name of the new security cameras that we got from our service provider. We were talking about how great they are and how safe they make me feel. Arlo's not a boy.
Well, that's a boy's name.
Oh, boy.
Ah, not a boy. Apparently, we just learned that. It's a camera. Named after a boy. Why don't you name it Peter?
So, Where are we eating?
With GVTC's blazing fast fiber speeds,
3.5 stars, not a chance we try anything under 4.
you might feel like other things in life are taking a little longer than before.
Ooh, what sounds better, La Fiesta or Dumpling Palace?
Oh, Dumpling Palace.
Ew, gross.
We may not be able to speed up your dinner decisions, but we can provide fast and consistent premium Wi-Fi to search all the available options. Enjoy the GVTC difference, and please be patient with things that may have seemed to
Wait, what are we gonna watch?
slow down a bit. GVTC, connecting you.
Campus of New Braunfels Christian Academy, the Wildcats and the Bernie Geneva Eagles, NBCA winning the coin toss. They elect to receive. And so led by team captains at midfield, David Turner, Crew Wright, Calvin Little, and Case Underwood. By the way, Case Underwood, Tony Brubaker, the first ever commit in the history of NBCA. He's headed to Schreiner College. So congratulations to that big old offensive lineman, Case Underwood. He's going to continue his collegiate ball at the next level. For Bernie Geneva, their captains Reed Wilson, Noah Brunsvold, also went with Griffin Miller, and Luke Brunsvold. And so by electing to take the ball first, we'll see that high-powered NBCA offense to take the field first.
Yeah, Thornhill and Walker are back deep for the Wildcats.
It's a team that scores in bunches. NBCA averaging 40.5 points per game. Impressive, right?
No doubt about it.
Well, how's this for even more impressive? That 40.5 points per game includes
a shutout.
A shutout. They were shut out against Holy Cross, and they're still averaging 40.5 points per game.
And that's a game where they moved the ball 20-20 all night long. They just couldn't get it in the end zone because Holy Cross is a team that's bigger, stronger, and faster, and they showed it that night.
And by the way, no shame in falling to the Knights. They are ranked number 1 in all of TAPS in that division, and probably could be in other divisions as well. It is out of bounds, and so New Braunfels Christian will start. Ironically, went out of bounds right around the 30-yard line. And so the Wildcats will start 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line. Unless they elect to make Geneva re-kick.
No, they'll just take it at 35. They should.
They are. Wondered for a moment because saw the officials maybe signaling over as to what they wanted to do and making sure. But here comes that very high-powered NBCA offense that Tony talked about pregame. Brady Joseph is the quarterback. He's a young man who can light it up. His stats, nothing short of extremely impressive. Brady, 78 of 138, completion percentage this season of 57 when you round up. He's thrown 13 touchdowns against just 4 interceptions. Young man who can sling it around. You see the yardage, nearly 1,300 as the give comes left on the first play from scrimmage. For all the talk about how much he can sling it, the first play of the game goes to Dylan Wickham, a young man who, by the way, puts up some impressive numbers of his own, and he gets a first down on 1st and 10.
Almost 1,000 yards, 947 in 6 games and only 111 carries. You can do that in your head. That's about 9 yards a carry, and he got a first down on the first one.
And so the ball now at the 46 of NBCA.
Geneva out in a 3-3-5 kind of formation. Not real sure what they're going to do. They're trying to capture the receivers but have enough guys to stop the run.
4 receivers for Joseph, including 3 to the top side. He puts Wickham in motion. Screen complete at the 40, across the 45, back to the original line of scrimmage. Not much beyond that, though. They went to Barrett Thornhill, another big play receiver for these Wildcats. They have several of them. Barrett, a young man who's caught 21 passes through their 6 games, 372 yards receiving, accounted for 3 touchdowns, and he gets his first touch of the night.
Again, I'm trying to pay attention to what their defense is going to try to do. I know their coach talked a lot about the dual threat. They can run and they can pass. Looks like he's occupying 6 guys with the run and 5 guys with the pass.
Coach John Bronkhurst in his 4th year overall, 3rd in 11-man with NBCA. Pass complete again. This time it's Crew Wright, his first touch. You talked about him pregame, Tony, and a young man who, speaking of Coach Bronkhurst, said, you know, Crew's as good a receiver at any level that I've seen in Texas. Getting his first grab, a first down for NBCA.
You saw him elevate to pull that one down, and yeah, he's got speed. He's a very good basketball player as well.
New Braunfels Christian now in Geneva territory. They're at the 40. Shotgun formation to hand. Again to give his 3rd of the ball game, Dylan Wickham. 5-yard gain to right around the 35.
Not a bad group of defenders there. That's Caleb Braggs. One of their key guys on defense is the middle linebacker. He made the play there.
4 wides again. NBCA likes to spread it out, but as Tony mentioned, they can run it as well. Rack up the yardage on offense on the ground. Speaking of, another give to Dylan Wickham. Wickham may be a yard depending on the spot, and yes, a yard dependent on the spot. And so 3rd down, the first 3rd down attempt coming up for NBCA. They need 4 yards to go.
Greg Gallagher made the tackle, a sophomore defensive lineman.
Joseph shotgun, twins to each side. Looks right, goes right, slot complete, across the 15. There's Crew Wright again. I said across the 15, maybe near the 15. Crew with a second catch.
He just slid behind the linebacker and in front of the safety, and Joseph hit him perfectly, and great timing on the play.
They're at the 16-yard line. Fantastic job. Well, officially on the scoreboard, it says the 15. From my vantage point, it's the 16, but I think we're splitting hairs because NBCA on a heck of a drive here. It's first time out. Joseph shotgun again, twins to each side. Wickham to his right. Gets the call.
Wow.
Near the 10, and then a host of Geneva Eagles there for the stop.
Bryce Hanover, their starting quarterback, who also plays linebacker, was the first to hit him. But after he hit him at the 15, he carried 4 defenders about 4 more yards.
Noah Brunsvold, a young man who plays both ways for the Eagles, there to make the stop. 2nd and about 5. Joseph over the middle, touchdown. 3rd connection of the night, leads to the first score in our GVTC Thursday night kickoff. Crew Wright.
Unbelievable. The safety did not come up to even contest that. The Crew just ran right in front of him, and you'll see it here on the replay. There you see him coming across, and the safety's behind him and stays deep. He's in the end zone instead of coming up to contest that.
Wright catching that one with his hands. Had to go back a little bit to get it. Well thrown ball nonetheless. And following the point after, it is 7-0 NBCA thanks to the foot of Jeff Blake.
Jeff Blake is now 30 of 33 on extra points.
And just like that, not even 3 minutes into the ball game, the Wildcats, flexing that muscle, take a 7-0 lead on Geneva here in the GVTC Thursday night kickoff.
Hey, buddy, got your glove?
Yep, I got it right here. You're coming, right?
Of course. I'll see you in 10 minutes.
Awesome.
Don't forget the you-know-whats.
Whether you're gearing up for a big project or a big game, GVTC has everything you need to stay connected.
What do you think?
They are going to love these.
From smart security and high-speed internet to TV and phone, GVTC provides cutting-edge technology for your home and business.
Thank you.
You made it. Hey, what is it? Whoa, jersey!
deep roots in the community, we're committed to building a stronger, better, connected future for the areas we serve. Our GVTC Foundation's charitable support and industry-leading products help you stay connected to what matters most. GVTC, connecting you.
Gabe Water to kick us off following an impressive opening drive that goes 65 yards. A little trouble with the kick, but hauled in and now across the 30, near the 35. The return for Chris Oliver, a sophomore for the Geneva Eagles, listed as a running back and a safety in terms of offensive and defensive possessions. But the Eagles will start their first possession of the ball game at right around their own 33-yard line.
So it'll be interesting because they have a solid offense. They lost their starting quarterback, but they said Hanover played about half the snaps anyway, but he's the guy. The weapons, there are several of them that can play. They don't have the running attack NBCA does, but they can still throw the ball well.
Bryce Hanover, the quarterback, taking over for Caleb Quitadamo. Young man they call Q, the starting quarterback slated, got hurt in the third game of the season. End around and a throw, some trickeration on the first play, complete across the 45. Well designed, well executed. Brady Chandler with a catch on the first play from scrimmage for the Eagles.
Chandler's the guy. This is his first game back after being hurt. Coach talked about him being a key guy. He catches the first pass.
And so now at the 48-yard line, new set of downs, like NBCA, Geneva with a first down in his first play. That went through the hands of Reed Wilson. I'm not so sure that was intended for him, though. I'm not. It'd be neat to look at this replay, guys, on cue. Always on cue. Watch this. I think.
But he wasn't looking.
But he wasn't looking.
I agree with you. I
Yes.
thought it was the deeper guy.
Correct.
But he wasn't looking for the ball.
Brady Chandler wasn't looking, so it might have been just a
There's
little
a
high for
blitz.
Reed Wilson. Blitz,
Oh,
still
he
on
missed.
his feet.
Oh, my.
Coming across. Nice job of making something out of nothing across the 30. Near the 25 and finally dragged out of bounds to the 20. What a fantastic effort by Bryce Hanover.
He got hit in the backfield by a linebacker. I think it, and maybe Waddle. But he just bounced. He's blitzing, and he forgets to wrap him up. He hit him and then let him go. He must have thought he threw the ball. It's the only thing I can figure out.
Ian Giroux almost got to him there in the backfield. Corner to the end zone. Almost hauled in. Great effort there for Reed Adderholt. Adderholt, a young man whom Geneva goes to often, 20 receptions coming into tonight, 463 yards, 7 touchdowns. And so expect to see him targeted a bunch tonight.
So second down in the red zone. They've got to come up with something here.
They're at the 19. The give. Across the 15. A lane across the 5. Cutting it back. A nice job of running by Reed Wilson.
Really good run by the junior running back. He had a lane to run through, though, and that really helped.
Wilson, the leading rusher for the Eagles. 267 yards on the ground coming in. The give, big hit and nothing there. They were looking to go to Noah Brunsfold, hoping he could get into the end zone. Noah bounced it outside, but not much there. On statistically, what's only his second carry of the season.
Yeah.
Calvin Little, standout offensive and defensive lineman for these Wildcats, making the stop. So second and goal. Ball's at the 4. Hanover. That one nearly picked. Maybe it will be.
Whoa.
Tip drill. It fell to the ground.
Great job by the corner to come up and contest it, and then the linebacker safeties that were hanging out just couldn't get to it.
Yeah, we both watching that
Walker.
monitor replay
Walker.
like a hawk. Here we go. Third and goal across. Brunsfold into the end zone, touchdown. Heck of an answer by Geneva. Make that Reed Wilson. Gets into the end zone from 4 yards away on third and goal after NBCA had scored so impressively on its first possession of the ball game. And now Parker Elland on to tie us up. Official yet to blow the whistle. Now we're in play. Snap, hold, kick. Good. We're tied. 7:28 into this, remaining in this first quarter. Both teams have had a touch. Both teams have had a score. 7-7 here in our Thursday night kickoff right here on GVTC's Thursday night kickoff.
Not the fun part of being a dad, but I have to speak to you about something that is concerning me.
Concerning you?
Yeah. Heard you and your mother talking about this Arlo fella, and
Arlo?
I wasn't eavesdropping. He's always watching you. His videos are secure. This guy sounds like a creep.
It's not.
Your privacy is very important to me, and I think you need to make better decisions when it comes to boys. And this Arlo is not a boy that I think you should be dating.
You're dating someone?
Yeah, Arlo. I heard you guys talking about him.
Arlo.
Yeah.
Dad, Arlo's the name of the new security cameras that we got from our service provider. We were talking about how great they are and how safe they make me feel. Arlo's not a boy.
Well, that's a boy's name.
Oh, boy.
Not a boy.
Fantastic answer by the Geneva of Bernie Eagles to tie this thing up at 7. Now to kick us off, Sammy Tapia. And over end, it's a short kick, takes a bounce at the 30, fielded at the 25, near the 40, maybe across it, and that's where the Wildcats will start their second possession of the ball game. Ethan Hammock. Scratch that. Dylan Wickham, the return, young man who plays such a vital.
I thought it was 18 who got that one.
Yeah, I saw 16. Could have been 18.
Okay, well, we'll say it there.
If it's 18, it's Cooper Morley.
Yeah.
Either way, NBCA has it at the 40. And the new set of downs as they come out for the second time offensively. Brady Joseph shotgun again, twins to each side. Formation we saw frequently on their first possession, deep. In position there to make the pick, Brady Chandler. He broke it up, and so 2nd and 10 coming for NBCA, and I believe that might be the first incompletion of the ball game for Brady Joseph.
I think you're right about that. Intended for Jack Kalig. Running a simple fly pattern.
Jack, a junior receiver, tons of youth on both these rosters. Lots of sophomores, lots of juniors. Both quarterbacks are sophomores. Wickham to the 45. We'll bring up 3rd and 5 for the Wildcats.
Caleb Baggs, again, that linebacker whose name and number we'll call a lot tonight, was there.
On 3rd down, Joseph across the middle fires. Guess who? Across the 40, making some moves. And boy, they don't skip a beat. Crew Wright and Brady Joseph absolutely in sync. Well into Eagle territory now at the 39-yard line. Screw racking up the catches. Talked about how often he's used in this offense. Young man who gets the ball plenty. And you're seeing why and how in these first 2 possessions of this ball game. Came in with 32 catches, nearly 500 yards. They were going to him again there on the slant. 491 yards to be exact. 5 touchdowns for Crew.
And he's gone from 32 to 35 catches already. That one too tall even for the defender.
Including adding a touchdown. He scored the 6th for the Wildcats so far. 6:16 remaining in the opening quarter. Action-packed.
Whoa.
Wickham coming across. Still on his feet. First down. And then pushed out of bounds.
Remember Hanover's long run. He avoided some tacklers around the line of scrimmage and then busted loose.
Talking about the youth on both these rosters, Wickham is just a sophomore. Think about that. Their quarterback, Brady Joseph's a sophomore. Dylan Wickham is just a sophomore.
Thornhill receivers just a sophomore.
Yep, and
they've
so
got a bunch of them.
Opponents are going to have to be dealing with these talented group of Wildcats for a couple more years. Shotgun on 1st and 10 from the 20. Joseph looking over. Coach Drawn Bronkhorst. Screen out in the corner to the 10, cuts it inside. We've got our second touchdown of the game. This one coming courtesy of Barrett Thornhill. You mentioned him just moments ago.
Great job by the receivers. Crew right. Wickham came out there to put a block on somebody, and then Thornhill just avoided the last defender easily and scampered into the end zone.
Thornhill doing most of the work on his own in that little pitch and catch. And now on for the extra point, Jet Blake. He's up and good. Five and a half to go here in the opening quarter. And the Wildcats now a 14-7 lead on Geneva in a matchup we thought would be fun, and so far proving pretty prophetic. Both teams going right on the field on each of their possessions. NBCA's had 2, Geneva's had the 1. And so the Wildcats taking a 14-7 lead. Looking to go to 6-1. A season so far that has had plenty of offense. We talked about the 40.5 points per game. Their defense, though, underrated. Kind of a no-name defense is what Coach Bronkhorst said.
And Coach Bronkhorst has actually, with a win tonight, doubled the win totals of the past 2 seasons in 11-man football because it's been a tough start.
Excellent point.
What a kick.
3 wins combined the previous 2. That one fielded at the 1. Across, little end around, little risky, but they pull it off, and now plenty of room along that left side, the 40. Move to the inside to get to midfield. Nice job of running, and nice. It was not only set up, but Reed Outerholt, once he got the ball, making the most of it. And so with that, Geneva will start its second possession at midfield.
Great job by the first kick returner to draw everybody his way, and then Outerholt was ready to go the other way. Finally brought down by a host of Wildcat defenders, including Waddle.
Reed, 20 catches from that receiver spot coming in, 463 yards, 7 touchdowns. Quick snap, coming around left. Noah Brunsvold.
Fumble, and NBCA got it.
And the Wildcats with the first big defensive play of the game. We've seen plenty of big plays offensively. NBCA giving us the first big defensive play of the ball game, and as a result, they'll take over at their own 43-yard line.
Ethan Sowers, number 20, either got the fumble caused or recovered it. He's on the other side of the field, so we didn't have a great look at it. Well, there we go.
That another look.
There we go.
And so with that look, it's Carson Walker who appeared to jar the ball loose. After Walker jarred it loose, Barrett Thornhill able to recover. Thornhill doing a little bit of everything tonight. Joseph, incomplete. A little too hard. Intended for Jack Kalig on the sideline there.
Wouldn't have been much of a gain. I think Kalig might have just knocked it down because he was right on the sideline anyway. Joseph had all day long to throw. Their rush is not getting to him. The count was at 5 or 6 or 7 before he finally got rid of it, scampering left.
Left tackles the aforementioned Case Underwood, who was committed to Schreiner College. Madden Baumgartner's the left guard. Bennett Keene, the center. Right guard is Daniel Korterbay, and Calvin Little, the right tackle. Geneva pressure gets to Joseph for one of the few times tonight, but he first sack of the ball game.
Well, they got to Wickham. He handed it to Wickham, and they got in there and got to him. I just said something about their defensive line hadn't been getting through very much, and what do? They go and make a play. 3rd and long.
Look at Jace Clark, leader on this, as New Braunfels Christian here looks to face its first 3rd and long of the ball game. They're at their own 40. They need to get to the Eagles' 47. Looking left. Pass complete. Thornhill to midfield. Makes a move. He's got a first down. He's got a whole lot more. Cross the 30. Inside the 20. Thornhill still on his feet. Fighting for the yardage down the sideline. Finally knocked out of bounds inside the 10.
Definitely one of those plays where you get the ball out and let your playmaker make a play. And Thornhill, look at the way he run after he catch that ball. Just crossed the field to get away from defenders. Made one last guy to miss him, and then he was on the races.
Brady Joseph, little sidearm throw to get that one through. They're at the 5. Trips to the left. Joseph, hands, coming left, stretching it out toward the corner, and knocked out of bounds is Dylan Wickham.
Wow, they'll spot him at about the 3, it looks like. Heck of a run. He just couldn't get to the corner enough.
Looked like Noah Brunsfold. We've said his name plenty already for these Eagles, both offensively and defensively. Looks like he was one of the players who forced Wickham out of bounds. 2nd and goal, they're at the 3. NBCA with a 14-7 lead. Joseph, hands, Wickham again.
Wow, he just carried him in the end zone.
Touchdown, NBCA. The lights flicker for a 3rd time tonight when you count in-game flickering. They were flickering when the team came out onto the field. 20-7, the Wildcats beginning to blow open what was once a 7-7 game just a couple of minutes ago. Extra point to come for Jeb Blake. And Blake indeed makes it 21-7. .308 remain. And NBCA now takes a 21-7 lead. You know, both these schools have young men who've been with the programs, in a sense, for a couple years now, even beyond high school. They've all played together. A lot of them have through the years. Now, Jack Caleb, we've said his name a couple of times, one of the receivers for NBCA. Here he is making a reception when these guys were underclassmen, juniors, sophomores, freshmen on varsity as part of a 2021 middle school championship team. Yeah, they were all together when they won a middle school championship. So the middle school program secured the South Texas Football
There's
Conference
Brody Wick right
North
in the middle
Division
of them.
Championship this season after steamrolling Round Rock Christian Academy 54-6 in that championship game. NBCA capped the season in style by invoking the 45-point mercy run rule, I should say, in the 3rd quarter. And so these young men, no stranger to success and no strangers to each other, as it's a tradition that continues for NBCA. Great return on the other end, near midfield, a big hit, but not until Brady Chandler got near the 50.
And that's the kicker, Waddell.
You see another look as Chandler took full advantage of an open crease there on the kick return. They're going to spot it at the 47 of Geneva. You know, Tony mentioning Brody Wick a little while ago. He, like several other players on that team, now playing high school football elsewhere. Brody, a receiver for the Smithson Valley Rangers. And so while several of those young men are now here at NBCA, young men like Brody also excelling elsewhere. Brody enjoying a pretty good season for the always competitive Smithson Valley Rangers. Going to his left, Hanover, strike, across the 40, first down throw on 1st and 10. And the young man who just had the kick return, Brady Chandler, no rest for him. A reception on that first play from scrimmage.
Coach said it was his first game back, and boy, will they use him, and they have tonight in a lot of different ways.
Ball at the 41. The Eagles looking to answer now. Their lack of offense hasn't been the issue. They turned it over moments ago, and there's another one. It looked like NBCA got it, and they did. Feel a little bit like I jinxed Geneva. I was just talking about how their issue hasn't been that they haven't been able to move the ball. Their issue has been that they turned it over on their second possession. And right on cue, that Wildcat D causing another turnover.
It's crazy, and I made a mistake. Chandler's not the one who's back for his first game. He's their best receiver. So let me set that straight before we go in even to the second quarter, because we've still got 2.5 minutes in the first.
And with that, New Braunfels Christian Academy, a chance to make this a 3-score game. They've had the ball 3 times so far tonight. They've capitalized with 7 all 3 times. Again, not surprising, they average 40.5 per ball game. At this rate, on pace for 84 points. Brady Joseph, a couple to the 49.
That was Carson Walker.
So Walker getting the direct snap. He comes in for a play. Carson just a freshman. And so his first snap in this ball game, young man who played in 3 games so far for the Wildcats. Joseph back in, across, again.
Crew
right in the middle of that zone.
So we've seen him catch and go up high to catch one, caught one in stride. That time he went down low.
Yeah, he and Joseph just have a rapport. You can sense the nonverbal there. He's essentially just saying to Brady, just throw it, and I'll get it. Joseph in shotgun, looking to his right. Now screen, they have it set up. Wickham. Nice job of recovery by that Geneva defense. Reed Adderholt there for the stop. Now, Brady Joseph, I was just going to say, Tony, Brady Joseph, the younger brother of the young man who was a quarterback here for the last several years. Yep.
He's now at Wheaton College up near Chicago.
Yeah, so a nice legacy of Joseph's playing that quarterback position and playing it well here for NBCA. Trips to the top of the field, 1:08 to go in the opening quarter. Wickham again goes that right side, cuts it up. Another first down for the Wildcats.
Coach Bronkhorst said one of the biggest things that Wickham can do is make people miss, and boy, did he do it on that play. You'll see as he cuts inside, low, finally, but he falls forward.
At the 25. Joseph lets it go. Thornhill crossed the 20, near the 15. Barrett with good yardage. And any other offense, I would be content to say that, yeah, that was the last play of the first quarter, not this one. They want to get another one in.
Of course they do.
2nd down and 2 at the Geneva 17. 15 seconds and counting here in the first quarter. Joseph, he's got Thornhill in motion to his right. He goes to him. Thornhill with a move, gets back inside near the 5-yard line, and that will do it for quarter number 1. Note, whistles blow. Stop the clock momentarily for the movement of the chains. Now they wind it up again, and that is the end of the first quarter. It's an opening period that saw NBCA score every time it touched the ball. After 12, the Wildcats over Bernie Geneva 21-7, and they're threatening We're back with second quarter action right here on the GVTC Thursday night kickoff.
So, where are we eating?
With GVTC's blazing fast fiber speeds,
3.5 stars, not a chance we try anything under 4.
you might feel like other things in life are taking a little longer than before.
Ooh, what sounds better, La Fiesta or Dumpling Palace?
Oh, Dumpling Palace.
Ew, gross.
We may not be able to speed up your dinner decisions, but we can provide fast and consistent premium Wi-Fi to search all the available options. Enjoy the GVTC difference, and please be patient with things that may have seemed to
Wait, what are we gonna watch?
slow down a bit. GVTC, connecting you.
New Braunfels Christian Academy in prime position to add to a 21-7 lead on Geneva to start the second quarter. Across, Dylan Wickham going left, carrying people into the end zone. 4-6. 4 possessions, 4 touchdowns for the NBCA Wildcats.
And that is the second touchdown run in a row for Wickham.
Showing you they can score it a number of ways tonight. Brady Joseph can pick you apart that back there. Crew right. Catch just about anything thrown his way. Dylan Wickham, really tough to bring down out of the backfield, and all of it made possible by a good, big offensive line. (28-7). 6 seconds into the second quarter.
So 4 possessions and 4 touchdowns for NBCA.
Another look here at the Wickham touchdown. As Tony mentioned, his second.
He got hit about the 3, got hit again at the 1, and carried all of them into the end zone.
And NBCA doing a fantastic job here. Really, the story of the game early has been the capitalizing off the turnovers.
Right.
You know, because a lot of times you'll look up at a 28-7 score in the first half, and a lot of times it's gone that way because the team down 28-7 hasn't been able to move the ball. That hasn't been the case. When Geneva's had its opportunities, it's had no problem moving the ball. They've just turned it over twice, and once they've given it to this machine-like offense of NBCA, the Wildcats are taking full advantage.
Well, their last 2 possessions have resulted in turnovers. Great kickoff.
Jackson Mitchell picks it up off the turf across the 25, not much beyond that. I think they'll start at right around the 27-yard line.
Sabian Flores, a sophomore linebacker, with the special teams tackle.
Yeah, Sabian Flores, the young man who Coach Bronker said is one of our defensive leaders. Pointed him out specifically as a young man who gets plenty of big plays for this Wildcat defense. Again, a defense that he says kind of no name and goes under the radar, especially compared to our offense. Well, 2 big turnovers, a huge reason this is a 3-touchdown game, and we're just into the second quarter. Hanover. Over the middle, complete. Nice job of finding a seam and then staying on his feet across the 40 and a lane. And we've got a fantastic touchdown here early in the second quarter by Brady Chandler. Well, how's that for an answer?
You like those one-play drives, don't you?
My goodness. These teams giving us quick scores, and not only giving them to us, but timely, if you will. If there's such a thing as a timely, because you would say they're all timely, but for Geneva, that's huge. They had just fallen down 3 touchdowns. This gets them right back in the thing. Extra point through. And just like that.
So we played 20, 25, 30 seconds of the second quarter, and we've got 2 touchdowns already.
After we saw 3 combined touchdowns in the first quarter, this one making the first quarter look like a cross-country meet, and it was anything but. A lot of action in those first 12 minutes. Here already in the early going. Some action for both teams. Geneva, a much-needed answer after the Wildcats had scored 21 answered points. NBCA scoring on its first drive of the ball game to go up 7-0. Geneva countered. Since then, all NBCA with 3 straight touchdowns until the big play just now by Brady Chandler.
Onside kick.
Pretty good idea.
They were offsides, I believe.
Yeah, wouldn't have counted had they recovered.
But the Wildcats got it. Quincy Calder.
Based on where and when that flag was thrown, I think it's a pretty safe assumption.
They were offsides.
That it was offsides. And so we await the official ruling, but all indications and kind of just common sense leads you to believe that NBCA will take over.
So from our 48 to their 47. Kind of like those ones.
Boy, despite their struggles last year, NBCA getting a spot in the playoffs, and so this would be a second straight playoff appearance for the Wildcats. And not only looking to get there, but looking to make a run. Joseph looking right, goes that way. Out route out of the slot, crew right again.
Is that a half a dozen now?
He is racking up those catches.
In less than 13 minutes.
Crew on pace for a career night. And that's saying something considering he came in with 37 catches for 491 yards. Scored his 6th touchdown of the season in the first quarter. Under 11 minutes now in the second quarter. It seems like it's taking us forever to play a minute, but we're there. Wickham,
wow,
up the middle. Hardly ever brought down, if ever, by the first defender who touches him. And with that second and third efforts, picks up another Wildcat first down.
And we don't even know if he can drive yet. Just a second year, sophomore. He's driving this field.
That's for sure, doing a nice job of making sure everything goes at his pace in the early going. Shotgun for Joseph, twins to each side. Looking left before he goes that way. Pass complete there. Top of the key. Camden Pearson's first catch of the ball game.
Yes, sir.
Camden, a young man who came in with 5 grabs on the season, 118 yards receiving.
We've got a flag and it's holding.
Oh, so it won't count.
Nope.
So Camden will have to continue to wait for his first grab of the night. And this is the kind of, it's funny, Tony, just the way momentums and swings can work in sports. This is the kind of thing that quick Geneva answer does. You know, NBCA now is back in a first and long, excuse me. If Geneva's defense can find a way to come up with a stop, and it's a big if, given how this ball game goes, as Wickham goes left, across the 40. But if they can find a way to get off the field without giving it any more points, all of a sudden their offense is in possession to make this a one-score game. You know, it's just an interesting way in which every time you see a big lead start to build or you see a game start to get out of hand maybe, 1-2 plays can turn things quickly, but Geneva still needs that second play, if you will, off the heels of that big touchdown.
They need a takeaway if they want to get a stop, I think.
Ball's officially at the 37. Quick pass. Joseph was under pressure. I believe underneath that pile is Jack Kalig. That's his first catch of the ball game. It's been targeted several times, but I believe that's Jack's first actual reception.
Here's what I'll say. I think the offensive line's kind of gun shy. They got the holding call, and I don't know, they don't seem to be shooting off as fast as they were. This drive has been kind of that way.
Well, as mentioned just moments ago, this is a big opportunity here for that Geneva defense. They've got NBCA 3rd and 10. If the Wildcats don't gain a yard, at this point they're looking at a 53-yard field goal.
Which they cannot make.
Joseph, Wickham to the 34. So he got 2 when he needed 10. 4th and 8. And with receiver Camden Pearson being the only Wildcat who's making his way onto the field, all indications are the Wildcats will go, which makes all the sense in the world. 4th and 8, they're at the Geneva 34.
Yeah, if a punt goes into the end zone, you gain 14 yards. So why not why not try and take a chance? Maybe you'll get it.
Right. And on the other end of that, a field goal attempt here would be 51 yards.
Well, they're also, the play clock's under 10, so maybe they're going to call a timeout. They're bleeding clock, too, because that's something they need to do with a 2-touchdown lead is make sure that clock runs.
Not natural for them, bleeding clock,
no.
but they'll do it when they have to, or they'll do it when it benefits them.
They will.
Let's step aside. When we come back, NBCA with an opportunity to keep this offensive momentum going. Geneva with a chance to get up the field. We're back right here on the GVTC Thursday night kickoff.
Hey, buddy, got your glove?
Yep, I got it right here. You're coming, right?
Of course. I'll see you in 10 minutes.
Awesome.
Don't forget the you-know-whats.
Whether you're gearing up for a big project or a big game, GVTC has everything you need to stay connected.
What do you think?
They are going to love these.
From smart security and high-speed internet to TV and phone, GVTC provides cutting-edge technology for your home and business.
Thank you.
You made it. Hey, what is it? Whoa, jerseys!
With deep roots in the community, we're committed to building a stronger, better, connected future for the areas we serve. Our GVTC Foundation's charitable support and industry-leading products help you stay connected to what matters most. GVTC, connecting you.
4th and 8, NBCA at the Geneva 34, across the middle, picked.
Going for Wright. Some lengthy discussions during the timeout with Joseph. So it's obviously set something up to go to Wright, and he was double covered. Not a good decision to throw it to him.
Well, and if there's a player of the game for Geneva thus far, I don't think there's any question it's Brady Chandler.
Yeah.
Young man who just caught that long touchdown moments ago to make this a 28-14 game, and now the pick on 4th down.
And he had pressure in his face. Good pass rush that time by Hebner.
Cohen doing a nice job of getting the pressure. So Geneva here with an opportunity. Let's see if they can capitalize on what we talked about just moments ago. Hanover in trouble. Actually tried to make a play on that one to Reed Adderholtz. Hanover not content to just simply throw that one away. He saw that Reed had some space, tried to get it to him, but they weren't able to connect. And so 2nd and 10. They're at their own 21. Pressure, handoff. Nice job of keeping those feet moving for Chris Oliver, the backup sophomore running back with his first carry.
One of the defensive linemen got a hold of the ball and kind of kept him from going any further. That's what saved a first down run.
Chris, 20 carries coming into the night, 94 yards. He's got a touchdown. 3rd and 5. Pump fake. Set up the screen. I think maybe there was miscommunication because 2 receivers were in that spot.
Right.
Chandler was there. But in addition to Chandler, Chris Oliver was also in the vicinity.
Right.
And so 4th down, and Geneva will have to punt it away.
And Braunfels was there too. So will they punt? 4th and about 6. They're going to call a timeout.
Yeah, now the Eagles want to talk it over.
So all of a sudden the clock has kind of slowed down with some incomplete passes and such, because we've been in the 7-minute area, now 7:04 for a while.
Well, a look at this Geneva program. Enjoyed tons of success over the years, not only in football, but in all sports. TAP's 6-man state champs in 2014 and 15. They've since won an 11-man championship in 2019. They moved to 11-man back in 16. 27 state titles in all when you take sports from 2008 to right around that 2019 marker. So several times named the TAP's top program of the year in its division. Geneva, no stranger to success, putting away here.
Quick kick.
Well, they made it exciting with the quick kick there, Hanover. Now, Geneva says it's our ball.
No.
They're saying it touched a Wildcat.
Yeah, they pushed a Wildcat onto the ball, and then the Wildcats recovered it.
Geneva trying to sneak one in there, saying, hey, didn't you see it? He touched it.
I think they were afraid the rush would get in and maybe block it, so they tried to do something to make sure we didn't get a rush in on the kicker.
See, there's a quarterback, Hanover, quick kick, making it look like he was a threat to throw the ball, and seeing if anything would develop as people released. But a quick hit in the end. Nice moves off the screen against its crew right. Right with 4 to the 45. You mentioned content to take their time. The pace for this NBCA offense has slowed a bit.
It has.
Joseph shotgun, trips to his left, goes that way. Across midfield, across the 40. And every time he touches the ball, Barrett Thornhill was a threat to break it wide open, getting all the way to the Geneva 30 on that play.
Great job of just being elusive once he catches the ball. Quick out. They've run these wide receiver screens several times. Gets a key block. Makes another man miss him. He made Chandler miss him. They're all-American player out there. And that was a good run.
So now trips to his right for Joseph. Takes a snap on 1st and 10. Wickham coming this way. Fans want a horse collar. Doesn't appear they're going to get it.
Well, let's look at it.
Griffin Miller, the tackle.
Yeah, that's a horse. That's a horse collar.
Caleb Baggs there with the stop.
Yeah, that definitely should have been a penalty.
And it's Caleb who is down on the field. We'll keep an eye on him. Keep you updated on Caleb's condition. As we approach the season of gratitude, we invite you to join GVTC and the GVTC Foundation in making a meaningful difference through our Thanksgiving Give Back project, our biggest initiative. Each year, we partner with local food pantries, organizations to provide complete Thanksgiving meals to families in need. Now, thanks to the efforts of our employees, our families, and community members like you, we personally deliver these meals, bringing comfort and joy. Since the program began, we've helped over 3,000 families enjoy a traditional holiday meal. Your generosity has made this possible, I should say, and we are grateful for your continued support. You can help us keep this tradition alive by donating today. Simple gift of just $40 can provide a full meal for a family in need. So to contribute, simply text GIVE. All right, text GIVE to 830-256-8855. That number again, 830-256-8855. Together, we can make this Thanksgiving special for even more families. Up the middle, across the 10, to the 10, nearly there. Again, Wickham with the carry. Dylan doing a nice job of picking up a first down for the Wildcats.
Let me just say, that offensive line has started to open up some holes. They did it early, then we kind of ran into a lull. You see him now, kind of pinch, and then wide open is that hole as he goes right over the center guard gap.
First and 10 at the 14. Again, Wickham near the 5.
Again through that A gap. They're finding a way to get through there.
Bennett Keene, the center. Daniel Kodarabai, the right guard. Calvin Little, the right tackle. Big O 67, Case Underwood, the left tackle. 2nd and 3 at the 7. Wickham again coming right. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard. It'll depend on the spot.
The right side of the offensive line didn't get everyone accounted for there, and that's what slowed him down.
3rd and goal at the 3. Joseph's in shotgun. Wickham's to his left. Trips to his left as well. Looks that way. Lets it go. Curl. Fantastic slant by Crew Wright. Wright does an amazing job of just finding that little spot. Runs to where the defenders aren't. Settles in. And it results in 6 more.
Unbelievable.
Second touchdown of the night for Crew Wright. Came in with 5. High snap. And now they've got to try to make something happen off the bad snap. And in all kinds of trouble is Crew Wright. Couldn't quite wiggle out. And so one of the few things that have gone wrong for NBCA, either on offense or on special teams.
So just a bad snap makes it 34-14, and Crew, he's looking for somebody to throw it to, but there are no receivers because everybody else is an offensive lineman basically. And he took the punishment for it.
Chase Doran able to wrestle right to the ground. We've got 4:06 remaining here in the first half. And Geneva about to get the ball back. Gabe Waddell set to kick us off. And it feels, Tony, like this is an important 4 minutes for Geneva.
I would agree with you there. An important 4 minutes for NBCA if they want to come up with another stop.
Because you're really the Eagles here. If you can get 7 more before the half and do so without giving them time to answer, as the kick is returned by Jackson Mitchell near the 40.
Maybe we're spoiled because we watch Smithson Valley's kickoff coverage.
Yeah.
These guys are running lanes out of control.
Yeah.
That's why the backs are catching the ball and running past them,
right,
because they're not running with a purpose for the ball. And at a smaller private school, which we're doing tonight, that's one of the challenges coaches have because There's so many things in this game to account for, the kicking game being a big one, but how do you get kids beyond that?
Right. Right. I've heard coaches say before the first thing you work on is special teams in practice. Great in theory.
Yeah.
Can you actually start a practice given the amount of time you have? Can you start practice with special teams? Can you afford to? I think is the realistic question one has to ask himself, specifically a coach. Now, some coaches would say, yes, you have to find a way to make that happen. But to your point, Tony, that's tough to do sometimes, given the reality of some programs. That penalty against the Wildcats, so Geneva now has it at its own 45.
A blitzer threatening, jumped across the line. Now
waiting for another flag. None came. Hanover was waiting, too. He just throws that one away.
Yeah, that was kind of a different. Nobody seemed to move, but when he snapped it, it's like they weren't ready. Oh, did 20 go across the line? On the right side, looked like it there on the replay.
That's Ethan Sowers. Nick Marari, number 65, also came through.
Bad
Ball's
snap.
on the turf. And actually was kicked right back to Hanover while he was laying on the ground. Watch this. Watch. Hanover's trying to get it. Look, it's kicked right back to him.
Yeah, his offensive lineman hit it with his foot. Or actually, that's a receiver.
Well, worst case scenario here for Geneva. 3rd and long, and there's only about 30 seconds been taken off the clock since the drive started.
Right.
Complete, well short of the first down. The clock does continue to run, but at this point with NBCA, that's not an issue. They're going to get the ball back with 3 minutes to go.
Well, it's 4th and 4, so maybe they go for it.
They're at their own 46. Will they go or will they? They're going. Hanover, screen. Good call. Cross the 40. Coming right toward the sideline near the 25, and a fantastic play by Noah Brunsvold. Once he got the catch, he looked for open space. And a big conversion on a risky call for Coach Gaston and these Eagles.
We've seen the wide receiver screens, a favorite of the NBCA coaches. Their middle screen has been very effective a couple of times for Geneva.
Boy, if they don't get that, NBCA takes over in Geneva territory with 3 minutes still to go in the half. Hanover. Up the middle, plenty of room. Hanover fighting his way to the 2. Well, they're still not taking that much time off the clock, but you seem to mind less when you're moving it at the rate that the Eagles are.
Well, they've found some momentum, and they're going to take advantage of it.
At the 3 officially. Hanover shotgun, a back to each side, hands to Oliver. Not much there.
You know, they've put him in the backfield a lot now, and they're running him the ball.
Chris, just a sophomore, as mentioned before. And NBCA takes a timeout. They want this ball back. So they're stopping the clock now. With 2nd and goal to come for this Eagle offense. I think if Coach Bronkhorst wanted to, he could make a case that there should be more time put on the clock. I heard the whistles blow several times, and the clock was still moving. And then I saw Coach Bronkhorst gesturing to the press box area, hey, stop the clock, I've called timeout. And the officials recognized it and has called it. But they haven't moved the clock back to where they stopped it at 2:10 after the whistle had blown several times.
So here's a question. If you want the ball bad enough to score again, do you let them score so you can score again?
I think considering that they're at the 4, I think they're just going to play it out while taking their timeouts, if that makes any sense. In other words, it would just allow them to walk in.
Oh, great play. Great play.
Well, no question there in terms of the effort.
Owen Wells.
if the strategy was to let him score, Owen didn't get the memo.
He didn't understand that strategy. So 3rd and goal.
And this is what I meant when I said you play it out without letting them walk in. Just play defense. And just by the nature of the fact that there's 2 minutes left and they're already at the 4, you figure if they score, they're going to score with enough time to get you the ball back. You just want as much time as possible, hence the timeouts. Hanover, left side, corner.
Nope.
Oh, we had him. Little less touch, and Jackson Mitchell is celebrating a touchdown.
So no doubt they're going to go for it because their kicker isn't really – I don't think 17 makes a whole lot of difference for you. You're still down 3 scores. You need a touchdown more than anything, but the clock's been stopping every pass play that goes incomplete, so there's still 2 minutes to go.
4th and goal at the 4. Hanover looking over the middle. Gonna go. Touchdown, Geneva.
Little inside handoff.
Bryce Hanover.
I'm sorry, just a little inside quarterback run.
Doing a nice job there, Tony, of just saying, you know what, nothing else is developing. I've got a lane. I'm going to take it. The recognition to just go at this point. You can see him. He's going through his progressions.
The receivers were all covered.
But had a lane and took full advantage. Hanover still on to hold. Gets it down. And the extra point for Parker Allen is good. So Geneva making good. We still got 1:55 to go in the half. See how it concludes right here on GVTC's Thursday night kickoff.
So, where are we eating?
With GVTC's blazing fast fiber speeds,
3.5 stars, not a chance we try anything under 4.
you might feel like other things in life are taking a little longer than before.
Ooh, what sounds better, La Fiesta or Dumpling Palace?
Oh, Dumpling Palace.
Ew, gross.
We may not be able to speed up your dinner decisions, but we can provide fast and consistent premium Wi-Fi to search all the available options. Enjoy the GVTC difference, and please be patient with things that may have seemed to...
Wait, what are we gonna watch?
Slow down a bit. GVTC, connecting you.
GVTC Thursday night kickoff, Channel 16, the local lens. New Braunfels Christian Academy on top of Bernie Geneva, 34-21, though the Eagles scoring to make this a 34-21 ball game with 1:55 to go in the first half. There's the kick. About the 25 across the 30, not quite to the 35. And NBCA does not need a whole lot of time. So 149 with a timeout remaining is an eternity for these guys. And we'll see what quarterback Brady Joseph and company have dialed up.
Now we'll see a more high-tempo offense here if they get their wishes and have some completions.
Wildcats like to operate out of that 2 receiver to each side set. Joseph looking right, comes this way. Caleb Osterkamp, his first catch. Caleb, a young man who came in with 9 receptions, 115 yards. Scored a couple of touchdowns. Picks up 9 on this play, 2nd and 1.
And he got out of bounds.
Joseph now to the other side of the field. Thornhill makes a move, another one. Quick feet get him across midfield. Penalty way back here beyond the line of scrimmage. So the clock stops.
Personal foul on the Wildcats, so that'll cost him 15. take away the first down.
Well, the kind of penalty that drives a coach mad, right? It's got.
Yeah, with 1:14 to go, that's the last thing you needed.
Not only that, but it's a personal foul type penalty, which can always be avoided. And on top of that, it had nothing to do with the play. It's away on the other end. So it's not as if you gained the yardage because you did something illegal. It's totally unrelated.
It's a pass rusher getting into the mind of an offensive lineman and forcing him to react to something he did.
2nd and 11.
We call a timeout.
Looks like someone's calling timeout. The officials just haven't let us know who.
So it was nothing, we're told, or not told.
Left to discern.
Coach Thornhill was asking some questions. Both coaches seem to be asking questions.
I think they were disputing what down it is. Perhaps, which makes sense because the down marker says first down, the scoreboard says second down.
Well, it's first down because
wide open on the other end at the 30. Step back after the catch and into the end zone. NBCA with 6 more thanks to Barrett Thornhill. Well,
unbelievable that he was so far. Joseph couldn't throw the ball far enough. He was so far open. And then Wright comes and gives him one last block, and then he outruns the defender. Unbelievable.
He's been a thorn in the Eagles' side all night long. Extra point is good. And with 50 seconds remaining in the first half, NBCA has essentially matched its season average for points. They averaged 40.5. They're up to 40 thanks to the touchdown by Barrett Thornhill.
41 with the kick.
Make that 41. Thanks for the math correction there, Tony. They're above.
Okay, you got less than a minute to go. It's first and forever. How does a receiver get behind you?
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah.
That's football 101. That's even before 101.
Yep.
That's just, especially when you fought back to get within 13 points.
Yeah, I think, well, it's almost as if the Geneva secondary fell asleep during that uncertainty and trying to figure out what was what and what down and where are we and et cetera, et cetera. And any way you slice it, NBCA takes full advantage. And as Tony mentioned, now above their season average, 40.5 coming in, putting up another 41. And we still got 24 minutes and 50 seconds to go in this game.
A little bit of a pop-up kick. And where's the coverage team?
Shane McNew.
Where is the coverage team?
Coming around right side, tackled at the 45. And so here's the thing, the way this game has gone offensively, I mean, the Eagles at their own 45, they're in a position to, not only do something, but try to actually make something happen, not just simply give it a go and see what happens, but actually in position. They themselves have scored 21 points to get something going here.
And if you do something good on first down, you got a chance.
Hanover. Over. Oh, they were that close to doing something good. Jackson Mitchell Might have gone through his hands.
That ball went over the defender's hands.
Well,
Should have a good look at it here. Over the defender's hands, right through his.
Oh, yeah. And his body language indicated as much. When he was getting up from this point on, it looked like he could tell, like, man, I should have made that play. Hanover rolling to his right this time. Again, lets it go deep.
Out of bounds.
He was looking for Noah Brunsvold. And so here's the thing. I'm not sure you want to throw the ball and potentially stop the clock here, Tony.
I think you got to run it and let the half end.
I mean,
do your best running play, your quarterback run. Got 5 guys out.
Empty backfield.
Yeah.
But he's going to keep.
And he's going to get a first down.
Up the middle, Hanover. Wow, look at that. Cross the 45 for a new set of downs. And they call time.
Just to move the chains, I think, right? Oh, no, he did call a timeout.
Yes.
You're right.
So now interesting here, Geneva, you're at the NBCA 44. You're trying to keep pace with a juggernaut of an offense. And so .25 ticks remain in the opening 24 minutes.
So defensively, you just can't let anybody get behind you. A single safety. Looks like man on the outside.
And Hanover goes left. It's a floating in the air.
He must have got hit, yeah.
Yeah, he was definitely hit. .20 seconds remain now. Another look. And see, right as he's throwing it, big point of impact. Nice job, Calvin Little, of getting to him. Calvin, not only a standout defensive lineman, but very good offensive lineman as well for the Wildcats. On 2nd and 10, Hanover over the middle, has time, steps up. Looking for Reed Adderholt.
Good coverage by David Turner, who had him man for man and kind of shut him off from turning up the field. A great job defensively. The cornerbacks have played really well tonight for the Wildcats of trying to contain. Now, Geneva's missed a couple of passes, but they've done a nice job of trying to guide the receivers.
Trips to the left on 3rd and 10. Hanover looking that way, keeps in trouble, goes down.
Sowers early.
And Calvin Little late.
Yep.
Though nothing little about how big that play was. We've reached the intermission. Geneva 21, New Braunfels Christian Academy 41. High-scoring affair. Don't go anywhere. Figures to hold up in the second half as well. You're watching the GVTC TV Thursday night kickoff on the local lands. Halftime performances next.
Not the fun part of being a dad, but I have to speak to you about something that is concerning me.
Concerning you?
Yeah. Heard you and your mother talking about this Arlo fella, and
Arlo?
I wasn't eavesdropping. He's always watching you. His videos are secure. This guy sounds like a creep.
It's not.
Your privacy is very important to me, and I think...
Okay, so we have one more play. They put 2 seconds back on the clock. Hanover running for his life. Lets it go, complete. He's caught it right around the 31. Sam Horton, number 9.
And there's a flag.
And there's a flag, so this still not.
We roughed the quarterback. Illegal forward pass. He was across the line of scrimmage. Yep.
Okay, so it is the final play because it is declined. All right, so for the second time, we take you to the halftime commercial break. 41-21 NBCA on top of Bernie Geneva right here on GVTC TV's Thursday night kickoff.
Hey, buddy, got your glove?
Yep, I got it right here. You're coming, right?
Of course. I'll see you in 10 minutes.
Awesome.
Don't forget the you-know-whats.
Whether you're gearing up for a big project or a big game, GVTC has everything you need to stay connected.
What do you think?
They are going to love these.
From smart security and high-speed internet to TV and phone, GVTC provides cutting-edge technology for your home and business.
Thank you.
You made it. Hey, what is it? Whoa, jersey!
With deep roots in the community, we're committed to building a stronger, better, connected future for the areas we serve. Our GVTC Foundation's charitable support and industry-leading products help you stay connected to what matters most. GVTC, connecting you.
Not the fun part of being a dad, but I have to speak to you about something that is concerning me.
Concerning you?
Yeah. Heard you and your mother talking about this Arlo fella, and
Arlo?
I wasn't eavesdropping. He's always watching you. His videos are secure. This guy sounds like a creep.
It's not.
Your privacy.
Welcome you back to New Braunfels Christian Academy. Beautiful campus on a beautiful night for some Thursday night GVTC high school football. The Golden Bells now on the field. The spirit groups for right here at New Braunfels Christian Academy. Let's look in, listen in live on their halftime performance.
Say Brown, Mr. Worldwide. This is how you change the world. Let's brag.
Performance there by the New Braunfels Christian Academy dance team. Looks like neither band is here, and so with that, we're going to step aside. Halftime continues right here in a ball game that New Braunfels Christian Academy leads 41-21 over Bernie Geneva right here on the Thursday night kickoff.
Hey, buddy, got your glove?
Yep, I got it right here. You're coming, right?
Of course. I'll see you in 10 minutes.
Awesome.
Don't forget the you-know-whats.
Whether you're gearing up for a big project or a big game, GVTC has everything you need to stay connected.
What do you think?
They are going to love these.
From smart security and high-speed internet to TV and phone, GVTC provides cutting-edge technology for your home and business.
Thank you.
You made it. Hey, what is it? Whoa, jerseys!
With deep roots in the community, we're committed to building a stronger, better, connected future for the areas we serve. Our GVTC Foundation's charitable support and industry-leading products help you stay connected to what matters most. GVTC, connecting you.
The new Braunfels Christian Academy cheerleading squad is performing live. Let's look in. That was a performance by the cheerleading squad of the new Braunfels Christian Academy Wildcats. So with that, I think we are done with our halftime performances for tonight. Appears that neither band is here. So with that, we take a break. NBCA over Burning Geneva 41-21 right here on our GVTC Thursday night kickoff. On the other side, replays. First half action as we take a look back at an exciting first 24 minutes between the Wildcats and the Eagles. We're back after this.
We all start off on the shoulders of those who've gone before. No matter how high they took something, when we came in, we started where they left off. Back when I was growing up, there was nobody out here. This was backwater country. There were a few people here. Goes back to just a handful of ranchers and farmers got together and said, we need telephone service. So that was the reason for the cooperative in the first place. None of us can take credit for something we did because we started because somebody else helped us. And it's big. It's big for this cooperative.
The first 20 years of GVTC's existence were challenging yet extremely successful. A core operating philosophy became ingrained in the very fiber of the company, owned by those we serve.
But to kind of give you a feel for what it was like, my last office was in San Antonio, was at Thousand Oaks and 281. At Thousand Oaks was a light. That was the only light between that office and my house, which is 26 miles away out 281. And to show you the difference today, I mean, it's going to interstate there. I mean, that's going to be a 6-lane interstate now, and out of hundreds of lights. But since I was in that office, and I chose that office because I didn't have any lights. I could get home, I could actually drive 26 miles in less than 24, 25 minutes. You know, it's a great commute. Now, that same commute would take you 40 minutes, 45 minutes, because you got all kinds of stoplights.
Action-packed first half here at the campus of New Braunfels Christian Academy. NBCA so far taking it to Bernie Geneva, but that doesn't mean the Eagles aren't fighting so far. First touchdown of the ball game came off the arm, as so many of those early touchdowns did, of Mr. Brady Joseph. Crew right on the touchdown. Now, Geneva answered right away, and this was a 7-7 ball game just 3 minutes in. But Barrett Thornhill then answered to give the Wildcats a 14-7 lead. Moments later, and another fumble recovery later, another touchdown for the Wildcats. Their running back, Dylan Wickham, one of 2 scores in that first half. That punch made it 21-7. Geneva, though, answered in big style. Their own Brady Chandler, going the length of the field on a touchdown completion from Bryce Hanover, and that cut it to a 21-14 lead. But every time Geneva came close, there was NBCA with an answer. Crew Wright, his second score of the evening off the arm of Brady Joseph. Hanover keeping for a touchdown of his own. That brought Geneva to 21 points. But then late in the first half, Barrett Thornhill, a dagger of sorts to end those first 24 minutes, because that came on a long bomb when it looked like the Wildcats were kind of maybe stuck in the mud, content to kind of perhaps go into the locker room with a decent little lead. But as it stands now, 41-21 in a game that has also seen some defense, some other nice plays as well. Crew Wright's been all over the place. Scored twice, but has already made a big impact on this game in other ways. A receiver, the leading pass catcher for the Wildcats, again leading the way for NBCA. Brady Chandler, we saw his touchdown run moments ago. Well, he's also got a big pick. And then the aforementioned Crew Reed has just been outstanding. So Chandler, one of those plays there on the kickoff return in that first half, drawing up a nice end around, at least his coaching staff did, that went for good yardage. So good plays all the way around. Wickham's been busy. He wears number 16 for the Wildcats. But it's been a action-packed first 24 minutes, and both teams have gotten after it. And NBCA holds on to a 41-21 lead. Step aside when we come back. Second half action. Geneva tries to get back in this thing. They're going to get the ball first to begin the third quarter. You're watching GVTC TV's Thursday night kickoff on Channel 16, the local legs.
Hey, buddy, got your glove?
Yep, I got it right here. You're coming, right?
Of course. I'll see you in 10 minutes.
Awesome.
Don't forget the you-know-whats.
Whether you're gearing up for a big project or a big game, GVTC has everything you need to stay connected.
What do you think?
They are going to love these.
From smart security and high-speed internet to TV and phone, GVTC provides cutting-edge technology for your home and business.
Thank you.
You made it. Hey, what is it? Whoa, jerseys!
With deep roots in the community, we're committed to building a stronger, better, connected future for the areas we serve. Our GVTC Foundation's charitable support and industry-leading products help you stay connected to what matters most. GVTC, connecting you.
Not the fun part of being a dad, but I have to speak to you about something that is concerning me.
Concerning you?
Yeah. Heard you and your mother talking about this Arlo fella, and
Arlo?
I wasn't eavesdropping. He's always watching you. His videos are secure. This guy sounds like a creep.
It's not.
Your privacy is very important to me, and I think you need to make better decisions when it comes to boys. And this Arlo is not a boy that I think you should be dating.
You're dating someone?
Yeah, Arlo. I heard you guys talking about him.
Arlo.
Yeah.
Dad, Arlo's the name of the new security cameras that we got from our service provider. We were talking about how great they are and how safe they make me feel. Arlo's not a boy.
Well, that's a boy's name.
Oh, boy.
Ah, not a boy. Apparently, we just learned that it's a camera. Named after a boy. Why don't you name it Peter?
So, where are we eating?
With GVTC's blazing fast fiber speeds,
3.5 stars, not a chance we try anything under 4.
you might feel like other things in life are taking a little longer than before.
Ooh, what sounds better, La Fiesta or Dumpling Palace?
Oh, Dumpling Palace.
Ew, gross.
We may not be able to speed up your dinner decisions, but we can provide fast and consistent premium Wi-Fi to search all the available options. Enjoy the GVTC difference, and please be patient with things that may have seemed to
Wait. What are we gonna watch?
slow down a bit. GVTC, connecting you.
Hey, buddy. Got your glove?
Yep, I got it right here. You're coming, right?
Of course. I'll see you in 10 minutes.
Awesome.
Don't forget the you-know-whats.
Whether you're gearing up for a big project or a big game, GVTC has everything you need to stay connected.
What do you think?
They are going to love these.
From smart security and high-speed internet to TV and phone, GVTC provides cutting-edge technology for your home and business.
Thank you.
You made it. Hey, what is it? Whoa, jersey!
With deep roots in the community, we're committed to building a stronger, better, connected future for the areas we serve. Our GVTC Foundation's charitable support and industry-leading products help you stay connected to what matters most. GVTC, connecting you.
Not the fun part of being a dad, but I have to speak to you about something that is concerning me.
Concerning you?
Yeah. Heard you and your mother talking about this Arlo fella, and
Arlo?
I wasn't eavesdropping. He's always watching you. His videos are secure. This guy sounds like a creep.
It's not.
Your privacy is very important to me, and I think you need to make better decisions when it comes to boys. And this Arlo is not a boy that I think you should be dating.
You're dating someone?
Yeah, Arlo. I heard you guys talking about him.
Arlo.
Yeah.
Dad, Arlo's the name of the new security cameras that we got from our service provider. We were talking about how great they are and how safe they make me feel. Arlo's not a boy.
Well, that's a boy's name.
Oh, boy.
Ah, not a boy. Apparently, we just learned that it's a camera. Named after a boy. Why don't you name it Peter?
So, where are we eating?
With GVTC's blazing fast fiber speeds,
3.5 stars, not a chance we try anything under 4.
you might feel like other things in life are taking a little longer than before.
Ooh, what sounds better, La Fiesta or Dumpling Palace?
Oh, Dumpling Palace.
Ew, gross.
We may not be able to speed up your dinner decisions, but we can provide fast and consistent premium Wi-Fi to search all the available options. Enjoy the GVTC difference, And please be patient with things that may have seemed to
Wait. What are we going to watch?
slow down a bit. GVTC, connecting you.
Back on the campus of New Braunfels Christian Academy, the hometown home campus, Wildcats lead Bernie Geneva 41-21 in the first 24 minutes. That was packed with offensive highlights. Both teams hitting each other with roundhouses. In the end, though, more NBCA than Bernie Geneva as the Wildcats make their way onto the field. The lights, as they do here at Wildcat Stadium, flickering when there's moments of excitement, looking to get the crowd into this ballgame.
You're old enough to know these lights didn't used to be able to do this.
Yeah.
You used to be told if they went off, they wouldn't be back on for 20, 25 minutes.
Right.
Now the LED world that we live in is so much better.
Yeah, able to do these kinds of effects. I've noticed there's Harlandale's Memorial Stadium uses the effect as well when either the Harlandale Indians or McCullum Cowboys, both of whom call that stadium home, when they score, or big moments for those programs when they're playing at that stadium, they'll do that same thing here with the lights. But yeah, really neat, Tony, in terms of what you can do nowadays, and the LED world allowing you to have different effects and kind of create different environments, different vibes to get crowds going. So NBCA won the opening toss, won the coin flip, elected to receive, took full advantage. And here's Geneva, short kick and over end, taking it to 30. They don't give. 35 and a seam crossed the midfield to right around the 47. Good return for Shea McNew to start the third quarter for the Eagles.
Gabriel Waddell has now kicked off more times than I think we can count because of the scores NBCA has had. 6 of them.
And so Geneva, who's had success moving the ball, now gets it at the Wildcat 45. Chance to get another score and make this thing even more interesting. Handoff, right side. It's Reed Wilson.
Kind of a different play than we saw a lot the first half. To start out with a straight run off tackle.
Wilson, the leading rusher for the Eagles, deep over the middle, Hanover, complete. And the burst after the catch. Another touchdown for the young man who already not only has a score but a pick. Brady Chandler continues to have himself a night. Chandler, a junior receiver, and watch the speed after the catch. Accelerates to a level that no one was going to get him. Hit another gear.
He did.
That those NBCA secondary defenders were unable to match. Parker Ellens. Extra point is good. So the trend continues. 52 seconds into the second half. The Eagles add 7 to make this a 13-point game.
Going to work on your math, but that's okay.
Oh, they put 11:19. I thought it was 11:08. Oh, I'm looking at our game clock, at our scores. Okay.
It didn't line up very good.
The game clock says 11:19.
It's okay.
And so with 11:19, 41 seconds into the third quarter.
It was still quick. Like one play quick almost.
It's 41-28.
2 plays. Yeah.
NBCA now. Now the issue for Geneva, as we've talked about several times, has not been their offense. Their defense is, and specifically, credit to the NBCA offense is what's been the issue tonight. The Wildcats going to get it back. They're a unit that averages 40.5 per ball game. They've already exceeded that in the first 24 minutes. Now they have scored 63 points in a game thus far this season. They've also been shut out, and it goes to show how impressive their 40.5 points per game average is. Sammy Tapia. Onside kick, recovered well. NBCA waiting. And the Wildcats going to have outstanding field position.
You almost
to
saw
start.
An onside kick return for a touchdown there.
Connor Sawney, the return.
He knew where he was going with it when he caught it. He said, let me go. And number 17 did nothing but get in his way. Sammy Tapia, the kicker, just got in his way. He didn't try to tackle him. He just stood there.
1st and 10 at the 45 for the Wildcats, as if they need any help with field goal position. Trips to our side for Joseph, comes this way. Nice job of trying to fight his way for yardage. His crew right. Right across the 45. Right around the 43.
His blockers blocked, but there were too many guys to block, so it didn't go very far.
They're going to spot it at the 42. Second and right around 6. Dylan Wickham, very busy in the first half. His first touch of half number 2. Near first down yardage, but stopped the yard short.
Their defense seems to be running to the ball much better right now.
Third and 2. Joseph pitch. First time we've seen that play. Wickham. First down.
He's a load. I'm telling you what, when he runs, he is a load. And he's only a sophomore.
They needed to get to the 34. They got to the 32. Joseph with Wickham to his left. 3 receivers to his right side. Looks that way. Wow. Intercepted.
Pick 6.
Chance for a pick 6 and a huge turn of events if it comes. Either way, a big play. And we've got ourselves a pick 6. What an answer by Jackson Mitchell. Right place, right time, and then making the right play, heading all the way into the end zone. And all of a sudden, it's 41-34 with the point after to come. There's a penalty marker back at the 34. 4:39.
This one might be coming back. Well, that looks like the Wildcat defense.
Well, what's interesting is here we go. All right, so it's post change of possession or change of ball. This is gonna hurt because that block in the back wasn't there.
There.
It's not necessary.
Right, it's not. Not even close to being necessary.
Oh, boy, that hurts. Okay, but with 9:20, Geneva now with the ball. And really for the first time, the Eagle defense stopping the Wildcat offense.
Yes, their first takeaway.
Up the middle. A first down on 1st and 10. Noah Brunsfold.
He was a load on that one. Just a thought here, the maturity of Geneva is starting to take a little bit of a hold here. The maturity of their players. I'm not talking about age, but they've been in a lot of really big games through the years.
At the 47, 1st and 10, Brunsfold again to midfield.
Great tackle. Little.
Calvin Little the stop. 2nd and 7 at midfield. Joseph deep down the left sideline. Too deep. Looking for Brady Chandler, who's made several plays tonight.
Right. Again, the defensive back that time just kind of ushered him to the sideline and made it an uncatchable ball. Helped to make it an uncatchable ball.
Quick snap. Couple yards past the line of scrimmage. To Reed Wilson.
Fourth down.
4th and 5, that Geneva offense still on the field. Makes sense. They're at the 48, maybe 47. Penalty marker coming.
Yeah, we jumped.
Deep shot. Almost caught. Looking for Reed Adderholt.
Good job by Turner to knock it out of his hands. But they should get a first down with this one.
Ball at the 43 of NBCA following the penalty that gives Geneva a first down. Offsides. Brunsfold burst up the middle. Crossed the 30 near the 25, and now that Geneva offensive line going to work.
They're trapping the tackles and getting it open just by influence.
NBCA, well, one official signaled NBCA took the timeout. The referee gave the timeout to Geneva. And I think the line judge is coming over and saying, no, New Braunfels took it. That's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
It's a New Braunfels Christian timeout.
Coach Brunkhorst wants to talk to the officials, it looked like. Now he comes back to the huddle.
Well, as we approach the season of gratitude, we invite you to join GVTC and the GVTC Foundation in making a meaningful difference through our Thanksgiving Give Back project, our biggest initiative. Each year we partner with local food pantries and organizations to provide complete Thanksgiving meals to families in need. Thanks to the effort of our employees, our families, and community members like you, we personally deliver these meals, bringing comfort and joy. Since the program began, we've helped our 3,000 families enjoy a traditional holiday meal. Your generosity has made this success possible, and we're grateful for your continued support. The gift to Reed Wilson across the 25. I want to continue telling you about the GVTC Give Bag. You can help us keep this tradition alive by donating today. Simple gift of just $40 can provide a full meal for a family in need. Contribute, text GIVE to 830-256-8855. Again, 830-256-8855. Pass, looking for Chandler, over his head. Well, they win on 4th.
Yeah.
You wonder if this is 2-down territory again, or if they're close enough to maybe attempt a field goal if they don't convert on 3rd and 8. First things first. Over the middle. Hanover lets it go. Chandler across the 10, first down.
They are bringing someone out of the backfield kind of late, and they've hit him now twice like that.
So off the heels of the Brady Chandler first down, now 1st and goal. Hanover, Braunfels hit just as he crossed the line of scrimmage. Calvin Little, again right in the middle of that. He's number 60. Young man who not only is a standout defensive lineman for the Wildcats, but one of their better offensive linemen as well. Hanover, end zone, incomplete. Looking for Reed Adderholtz.
So 3rd and goal, you know they're going to go for it for 2 plays. They need that touchdown they thought they had on the pick 6 that wasn't. Geneva's offensive line doing a good job of keeping Hanover on his feet.
3rd and goal at the 8. Hanover looking middle, goes that way. Touchdown, Geneva, Braunfels. Noah there near the back of the end zone, looked like a slant route out of the backfield. He might have been lined up in the slot. However way you slice it, it's a 41-34 game for real with the extra point to come. Credit these Geneva Eagles. They have refused to go away. This NBCA offensive onslaught would have been too much for a lot of folks, and we have a lot of game left to play. Extra point block, so this remains a 7-point game. A lot of game left to play, but a lot of teams would not have fought back to get within 7 of a high-powered offense like this. 6:32 remaining in the 3rd quarter, 41-34, brand new game. We're back after this on the GVTC Thursday night kickoff.
So, where are we eating?
With GVTC's blazing fast fiber speeds,
3.5 stars, not a chance we try anything under 4.
you might feel like other things in life are taking a little longer than before.
Ooh, what sounds better, La Fiesta or Dumpling Palace?
Ooh, Dumpling Palace.
Ew, gross.
We may not be able to speed up your dinner decisions, but we can provide fast and consistent premium Wi-Fi to search all the available options. Enjoy the GVTC difference, and please be patient with things that may have seemed to
Wait, what are we gonna watch?
slow down a bit. GVTC, connecting you.
Sammy Tapia about to kick us off in a ball game that is now 41-34. It was 41-21 to start the second half. 6:27 remain in the 3rd quarter. Kick takes a bounce, recovered it right around the 15, across the 20, 25. Carson Walker returns past the 30.
We've talked about big drives. Is this one a big one for the Wildcats because they haven't done anything for a couple of minutes, and that's unusual tonight. Well, they've got a player down. That's
Reed Wilson. Their leading rusher.
Looks like a cramp.
As is often the case with TAP schools and smaller UIL schools, many of the best players, many of the players, period, go both ways. And so Reed, despite being the leading rusher for these Geneva Eagles, also playing special teams on that kick coverage.
It happens at 5A schools like Smithson Valley also. Not a lot, but there are a number of guys who go two ways, including the quarterback and a couple of receivers.
Heck, Smithson Valley has a quarterback who literally plays linebacker.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
It's really neat to see the rarest of occurrences at that level of high school football, but refreshing to see. Face mask, and there they go. There's the flag. Was waiting for the flag.
So Wickham goes out and makes about a 5-yard run and gets an extra 15 after it.
So we wait the official call. No doubt about what it's going to be, but all that's left to do is move the football the required yardage. Midfield now is where the Wildcats have it. Brady Joseph, very, very impressive numbers heading into this ball game. Young man who's thrown 13 touchdowns, more than 1,200 yards coming into this ball game. Just 4 picks. 12-18 to be exact. Lets it fly here. Thornhill, Barrett.
Nothing there.
Fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten there, but not much beyond it. He did get back exactly to the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 10. So behind center now is Carson Walker. Takes a snap, takes off around right side. And a look at why Brady Joseph might have exited here and why this might not just be a play of design. So here's a previous play with Brady Joseph. Lets it go, and you can see him kind of reaching for that right shoulder.
Yeah.
That chest area.
Like something caught.
So Carson Walker, the quarterback for now, slant incomplete.
Looking for guess who, but it wasn't open.
Crew right, the intended receiver. Now what I'm doing is I'm looking for Brady Joseph. I see him now. He's on the bench.
Right. He's being talked to by a staff member, kind of feeling around in there. So they've got a big 4th down play here from the 44.
Offense on the field. Walker, hands. That Geneva defense comes up with a big stop.
That's a big play for Geneva. In fact, on the second half, what have we played? Almost 7 minutes. There's nothing but G's on the big plays.
And if you're Geneva, you're saying, hey, look, we want to play everyone at their best. We certainly don't want to see anybody get hurt. But if there's anybody who's dealt with quarterback adversity, it's us. They lost their starting quarterback, Caleb Quintadamo, in the 3rd game of their season. So Bryce Hanover's played well since taking over, but they're without their starting quarterback. Hanover over the middle. Chandler. Some space. Gets a block to the 10. We are tied at, well, we're about to be tied if the extra point is good. It's 41-40, just like that.
Just like that.
56-yard touchdown connection between Bryce Hanover and Brady Chandler.
3rd touchdown between the two of them.
That's if Geneva doesn't go for 2.
They're going to go for 2. Look at that.
Maybe a statement here by Coach Grant Gaston and staff. No backs.
There, got a guy uncovered on this side.
Hanover keeps.
Fumble.
But
Stop.
he got in first. Either that or the ball never hit the turf. Either way, Geneva leads.
Yeah.
This game was 41-21 at halftime in favor of New Braunfels Christian Academy. It's now 42-41 Geneva with 4:50 remaining in the third quarter.
Wildcat fans are awfully quiet right now.
Stunned.
Joseph remains on the bench with what I'm guessing is an athletic trainer talking to him along with a coach.
Well, the folks you see have had plenty to cheer about all night long until the beginning of that third quarter.
Yeah. This is a quarter that's been dominated by Geneva.
21 unanswered here in 7 minutes and 10 seconds for the Eagles. Sammy Tapia again to kick us off. Now his leg getting the workout. Short kick. Fielded before it goes out of bounds and then fumbled out of bounds. Young man who's playing quarterback right now for the Wildcats, Carson Walker on the return.
Joseph is not getting up from the bench, so Walker will be the QB1 right now. So now it's a challenge for the Wildcats. From their own 18, they've got to put a drive together. This has been a game where they've been unstoppable for the better part of 2.5 quarters, but now, having lost their QB, can they still move the ball?
You saw Brady Joseph on the bench moments ago.
He's up walking around, but holding his right arm in tight. He's hurt.
He was motioning with that arm, kind of trying to bring it around, and it appeared that even that was painful. Meanwhile, the Wildcats just trying to simply get it in the hands of their best players. Several times they've gone to crew right since Brady Joseph's gone to the bench. The screen to right picks up a yard. 2nd and 9.
Yep.
At the 19. Number 1, Carson Walker, second possession in as quarterback. The pitch. Wickham.
Whoa.
Coming around right side, and Dylan Wickham's gonna go. 81 yards. And an answer to Geneva's answer. We mentioned the Wildcats just saying, all right, Brady's out. We got to find a way to get the ball in our best players' hands in a hurry.
Well, Wickham's one of those.
They went to crew right. Shortly after, they went to their leading rusher, Dylan Wickham, who coming in had rushed for just under 900 yards on the season. Thanks to that run and what he's done throughout this ball game, if he's not at 1,000, then he's there. Actually came in with 947, so he's just high of 1,000, just shy of 1,000. So he's over 1,000 easily.
Oh, yes.
The question is he hit 1,100 yet?
Probably now with that run of 81.
81 yards on that one.
And he got hit at the line of scrimmage.
Jeb Blake on for the extra point. The Wildcats go back on top in a game that's been wild all night long.
Hasn't it, though?
When we come back, Geneva, their turn. We're back after this on the GVTC Thursday night kickoff.
Not the fun part of being a dad, but I have to speak to you about something that is concerning me.
Concerning you?
Yeah. Heard you and your mother talking about this Arlo fella, and
Arlo?
I wasn't eavesdropping. He's always watching you. His videos are secure. This guy sounds like a creep.
It's not.
Your privacy is very important to me, and I think you need to make better decisions when it comes to boys. And this Arlo is not a boy that I think you should be dating.
You're dating someone?
Yeah, Arlo. I heard you guys talking about him.
Arlo.
Yeah.
Dad, Arlo's the name of the new security cameras that we got from our service provider. We were talking about how great they are and how safe they make me feel. Arlo's not a boy.
Well, that's a boy's name.
Oh, boy.
Ah, not a boy. Apparently, we just learned that. It's a camera. Named after a boy. Why don't you name it Peter?
Coach John Bronkhorst and his NBCA Wildcats trying to hold on. You see Brody Joseph on the sideline. There right now on your screen is Dylan Wickham. The young man leads the Wildcats in rushing. Just went 81 yards for a score that put the Wildcats back on top, 48-42.
Joseph just got on the headsets with one of the coaches up here in the press box. I don't believe he's going to play anymore, but they wanted to quiz him a little bit on what he thought, just to show you the trust they have in him.
Well, what's interesting is he had what appeared to be a headset on a little while ago. He then put his helmet on, and then now the helmet's back off.
Yeah, he's not playing. That right arm is not moving at all. He's got it in tight most of the time, and he won't put his helmet on with it, so apparently he can't raise it up very much. And that's going to be a problem for the Wildcats down the road. Kind of flexing it now, trying to see if he can get some feeling in that shoulder, I bet.
He extended it near the water station, and it looked like just simply that extension caused some pain. Kick. Fielded at the 10. Across the 25, still on his feet. Nice job of running. Appears to be Jackson Mitchell.
A little bit better kickoff coverage that time. Enough people got a hand on him.
It is Mitchell with the return to the 25.
He looks shook up.
Under 4 minutes to go. Here in the third quarter that's seen fireworks, mainly on the Geneva side of things, but NBCA getting one of those fireworks to go their way with an 81-yard pop by Dylan Wickham moments ago. Thanks to a 41-21 lead at the half, they go back on top despite the 21 unanswered from Geneva. 48-42 as we go at right around 3:10 remaining in this third quarter.
Why isn't the clock running?
The officials are wondering the same thing.
The play clock ran out, but why wasn't the game clock running? It was just a run, wasn't it?
Yeah, the clock should not have stopped. And so
should be well under 3 minutes at this point. But the game clock should have been running. There, it's wound now. I don't understand why it wasn't running though.
I think they're having scoreboard issues.
Maybe so.
Now it's now it's running, but they put it on a different mode.
Right, I see that. Low snap.
That's Brunsvold coming left. Noah lowering that shoulder. when he got to the sideline, he was pushed back. So with that, now 3rd and let's call it 10. The down marker is where the first of the first down markers is. Hanover looking for Chandler just over his arms. Penalty marker on the play. Another look. This has all the makings of either pass interference or holding. You would think pass interference wasn't.
Yeah, he got there early. Kind of spun his shoulder. Tried to do it quietly, but it was still interference. Yes, without a doubt.
Yeah, and kind of generally speaking, whenever a defensive back's left arm or off arm comes out to reach and it connects before the ball gets there, that's going to get called more often than not. Game losing a little bit of flow
right
on this drive. Hanover still on his feet across midfield. Bowling his way to near the 40, and I think he might have gotten exactly there of Geneva, of NBCA, I should say.
I don't know if we'll see it here, but a couple of Wildcats got blocked by the same guy and taken out of the play after about 10 yards, and he got 20.
Trips to our side as Geneva hurries. Hanover might have taken that off the bounce. Deep, incomplete. 2 Wildcat defenders back. Carson Walker and Barrett Thornhill there defensively to prevent the big play for Geneva.
Yeah. Nice job of getting an arm up to get in his way.
The fake to Oliver. Hanover, nice job. Kind of underrated in terms of breaking tackles and not going down. Not spectacular when he does it. He just doesn't go down upon initial contact.
I remember that on the coach's conversation, how he thought that Hanover was a very capable runner when he wanted to be.
Another big down here, 3rd and 8. Going under 1:10 left in the 3rd quarter. Ball at the 37 of NBCA. Hanover gets rid of it. The flat, first down for the Eagles. Greg Gallagher, his first catch of the ball game, and what a time for it.
Yep.
And again, Hanover making a play. Simply reading what was coming, got out of the way, just a little simple sidestep, bought him just enough time to see Gallagher there in the flat. 1st and 10 at right around the 24. Gallagher now the carry. So off the heels of his first catch, getting his first carry of the ball game. Like many of the ball players in this game, Greg, a sophomore. And we line up for what should be the last play of quarter number 3. Brunsvold across the 10. Nice job of running in space, and he picks up a first down for the Eagles. Meaning we're going to have 1st and goal as they wind the clock. The officials calling for the, there we go, they started it finally.
Final play of the 3rd quarter.
Geneva down to New Braunfels Christian Academy 48-42, but they're knocking on the door. 1st and goal to start the 4th quarter. Put those 4s up. We're back after this for what should be a thrilling finish on the GVTC Thursday night kickoff.
Hey, buddy, got your glove?
Yep, I got it right here. You're coming, right?
Of course. I'll see you in 10 minutes.
Awesome.
Don't forget the you-know-whats.
Whether you're gearing up for a big project or a big game, GVTC has everything you need to stay connected.
What do you think?
They are going to love these.
From smart security and high-speed internet to TV and phone, GVTC provides cutting-edge technology for your home and business.
Thank you.
You made it. Hey, what is it? Whoa, jersey!
With deep roots in the community, we're committed to building a stronger, better, connected future for the areas we serve. Our GVTC Foundation's charitable support and industry-leading products help you stay connected to what matters most. GVTC, connecting you.
Fourth quarter, Bernie Geneva first and goal, down by 6. Hanover screen, Gallagher met as he caught it. And that is how the fourth quarter starts here in the GVTC Thursday night kickoff. Fantastic game. That's coming down to the fourth quarter, and appropriately so, the way these two teams have battled.
We wouldn't have expected, or we wouldn't have wanted it any other way. The way this game started, we thought it might be more scoring, but now it's turned into a contest of what can you do good right now.
And almost a battle of attrition at the same time. Gallagher near the 5. I say attrition because it appears that the Wildcats from NBCA are without their starting quarterback, Brady Joseph, the rest of the way. And Joseph, a young man who, coming in, had thrown for more than 1,200 yards and 13 touchdowns, and he's had a fantastic performance tonight. Hanover looking to his left, goes that way, nearly picked. Barrett Thornhill there, he'll settle for the knockdown.
Well, he had a chance, though.
Yeah.
And nothing but green grass between he and the other end of the field if he catches it. Looked like the Underwood kid might have got hurt. Cade Underwood just came to the sideline, kind of shook up. So we're playing without one of our starting defensive linemen.
Fourth and goal at the 5. Hanover. They're down 6. Screen. Chandler's brought down at the 7. Turnover on downs. The NBCA defense answers the call.
What a remarkable play to get that kind of pressure on the quarterback who was backpedaling and then still have good enough man coverage to tackle whoever caught it. Great job by the Wildcats, and now the Eagles have to play some defense. And they have NBCA backed up.
Chandler coming across. They've had success on that play throughout the night.
Owen Wells made the tackle.
But Wells, to your point, sniffing it out well. And so though NBCA's defense has given up 42 points tonight, a huge play there. And now the Wildcats with backup quarterback Carson Walker in there. A chance to extend, though they're at their own 8 to start this drive. Walker keeps in space, trying to get to the sideline, now cuts it back. All the way across the 40. If they spot it at the 41, it's a pickup of 33.
Well, you're not deep in your own territory anymore. Kind of opens up the playbook. Still think we're going to see a bunch of runs because it's what they do best with this outfit.
And it appears to be a case right there of utilizing your talent to the best of its abilities, right? Whereas Brady Joseph is more of a pocket guy, a passer. Carson Walker, listed as a quarterback as well, appears to be more dangerous with his legs. Dylan Wickham, not much there.
That one got sniffed out from the get-go.
And in calling this game a battle of attrition, should also point out in the essence of fairness that Geneva is playing without its initial starting quarterback too. Now, Hanover, Bryce has been the starting quarterback for the last couple of games, but 3 games in, their starting quarterback went out with an injury. Caleb Cutaramo, young man they call Q. Pass complete. They're not going to forget about Crew Wright, certainly not. Get it in his hands, now to the 45.
Yeah, that was Luke Braunfels saying, hello, Crew, go down.
3rd and 7. Just over 9 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Carson keeps. Here's Walker coming around left. Gets the first down. Well into Geneva territory.
They've got another player with cramps back where the line of scrimmage was. That's that running back who finally got to play.
It's Greg Gallagher. Yeah, Greg Gallagher was kind of lagging behind to try to stretch out that right leg. You can see the official coming over and saying, do I have to call time? Are you able to walk off? Gallagher eventually made his way over, but not until the officials did call time, meaning Gallagher's got to come off the field for this play at the very least.
So 8.5 minutes to go with a 6-point lead. The Wildcats trying to run some clock now.
They got a new set of downs at the Geneva 39. Walker. Boy, he threaded that one in there. Not a whole lot of space, but he did find Barrett Thornhill. Threw it into a crowd. Watch the replay here from the back end.
Right. Yeah. He threaded a needle there.
Zach Hajek there defensively almost got to the ball, but it's a completion good for 4 yards. 2nd and 6. Walker keeps to the 30. A yard shy of the first down.
So big play on 3rd and 1. Knowing you'll go for it if it's 4th down, do you try for a home run type hit here, or do you just go get the first down? I just go get the first down if you're asking me. 7.5 to go.
Gotcha. I would take the shot.
Would you?
Right. If you're going to go on 4th and you only need a yard and your offensive line is one of your strengths, I go for the shot. We'll see what they do. Of course, neither one of us is Coach John Bronkhorst.
No, we're not.
Pitch.
Not.
Dylan Wickham didn't get there.
He's going to spot him short, though, because his legs did go down quicker than the ball did.
And I think that's a good spot. You know, what's funny about this, Tony, is I think way too often the ball carrier gets the benefit of the doubt on spots.
Right.
In short yardage like this. I'm okay with this spot.
So he lost a yard.
Yeah, he lost a yard. I think way too often the defense gets the short end of the stick in situations like this.
So we got the play call, still 20 on the play clock.
It's officially 4th and 1, but let's call it 4th and a long one. There's the snap. Again, they give. And after a stutter step, a first down and more. What a nice job of running, as has been the case all night long for Dylan Wickham, all season long for Dylan Wickham.
Oh, my God. He was stopped in the backfield, and he simply – look at this. 1. Yeah, he got a nice block from his offensive lineman, and then he cut it inside. A great block by Koto Sorabai.
You know, fellas, can we see this one more time? Because I think this is worth noting. Notice how when he gets the ball and he kind of has that hesitation at first, he's not in a panic. This is good presence of mind, right? Like right here, a lot of players would have panicked. Where do we go? He just simply, took a second to gather his thoughts and just cut it back in. There was no, oh boy, there's nothing there, and so he continues to go outside, which makes it worse because now you allow the defense to string you out. He simply said, okay, is there something up in here? I think there is. And he took it up.
What a great run.
It's the little things often. Just the simple patience, the subtle understanding of how you can eventually make things happen. 1st and 10. They're at the 20. Screen. Good for 4, maybe 5 yards, depending on that spot. Jack Kalig. Ball's now at the 16. Clock continues to run.
Under 6.
The Wildcats up by 6. Looking to put some separation between themselves and Geneva in a score that at this stage of the game would really be consequential. Backup quarterback Carson Walker in shotgun. Wickham off the RPO comes left near the 10.
So 3rd and about 3 or 4. Big play coming up again.
And he stayed in bounds. So the clock continues to run. We're under 5:20.
Play clock, still a lot of time. They're not an offense that'll run that play clock down like you would hope they could.
3rd and scoreboard says 2. It looks like 3 from this vantage point. Wickham.
Wow.
Keeping those legs moving. They're going to mark him down, it appears, to 12, and he needs to get to the 10. Look at Wickham, just force.
Yeah. There was nothing there, and he got a couple of yards anyway.
And he's leaning his body at that point against Bryce Hanover. Again, quarterback playing defense and just saying, you know what, I'm going to use your body as leverage to keep my legs moving. 4th and 1, but again, this looks like 4th and a long one.
And it looks like we're probably going to call a timeout because the play clock's running down and we're not getting a play in. It'll be about 4:15 when they call it.
Coach Bronkhorst takes it.
So a little over 4 to go with a 6-point lead, and 4th and 2 at the 12.
Well, look at what NBCA has from here after this exciting ball game as they look to continue to march on in a season that has them at 5-1. They hope 6-1 after tonight's ball game. Up next, Somerset. They're at Corpus Christi John Paul on November the 1st. And then at John Paul the 2nd, November 8th. Now, all of that comes after a bye next weekend, so they're going to get some time off.
Is that John Paul of Corpus?
No, this is Shirts.
Corpus is the first one.
Yes.
And then Shirts is
November
the
8th
second
is a Shirt.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And you saw their schedule to this point. 5 wins, the only loss to Holy Cross, defending state runner-up in this classification in TAPS. Favored by many.
They're going to kick a field goal.
They're going to kick a field goal. Favored by many to win the whole thing is Holy Cross. Back here, 4:15 to go and a chance to go up by 9.
A 30-yarder and 32 is his long. Good snap. Good hold. Kick is through.
So now this is a 2-score game. Jeb Blake,
wow,
making sure now that a touchdown and a 2-point conversion still would leave NBCA in good shape.
Well, what you do is you give yourself a chance while they can take some time. You make them take time to drive and eat up a lot of clock because you get the ball back and you can run some clock.
You have a player down, appears to be.
Yeah.
A cramp is.
Another cramp, yeah. Well, no. That's looking at the knee. More than a cramp.
Well, we are off next Thursday here on the GVTC Thursday night kickoff, but when we come back on Thursday, October 24th, what should be a fun one between Bracken and San Antonio Lutheran. The Mustangs and the Warriors, you see both of them off to good starts. Catch it right here, 7 o'clock start on Channel 16, the local lens, as our GVTC Thursday night kickoff schedule continues. Started with a Smithson Valley pasting at Roosevelt over at Comalander Stadium in San Antonio's Blossom Athletic Center. Bernie knocked off Laredo. The Greyhounds a big win in our second matchup. Marion getting the better of Gonzales in our third matchup as we kick off here. in a 9-point game. Little squib kick onside. And Geneva's going to get it at their own 48 with 4:08 to go, down 9.
Tough risk to do that. Now you give them a short field.
I got to imagine they were thinking that maybe they'd catch Geneva napping.
Well, 64, Luke Brunsvold has been pretty stout most of the night. He was the man standing there, so maybe we were supposed to kick it somebody else because he was ready.
Well, if you're Geneva, you're saying thank you very much.
Without a doubt. 4:08.
They're down 9. They were up 1 after scoring 21 answered points in the third quarter. Since then, the Wildcats have scored the last 10. Hanover deep. Chandler. Would have been a tough play. It looked like it did touch his hands. But with Ethan Hammock back there, that would have been a tough go of it. Yeah, not far away from the outstretched hands of Brady Chandler, but not an easy play to make. Hanover.
Pressure.
Has to get rid of it. Avoids the sack, but 3rd and 10 coming.
I'll say this, in the second half, Brunkhorst and his defensive coaches have sent an extra guy often. And it's starting to pay off right now because that was a big play there to get a hold of him. Would have been a bigger play if you could sack him and keep the clock running, but a harmless pass nonetheless.
3rd and 10, but you would assume this is 4-down territory.
Yes.
Because even though there's still 4 minutes left and you still have timeouts, it's a 2-score game. That's how big that field goal was. Hanover keeps on his feet. Across the 40, near the 42. It'll depend on the spot. It's going to be close.
Well, he's not marking it. He's saying first
down.
Yeah.
So Bryce Hanover, a huge play. He's made so many of them throughout the night. Just continues to give his team a chance. Now 1st and 10 at the Wildcat 41. The play clock continues to run. We're under 3:30. Hanover with a back to each side. Hands to Wilson. Across the 40 is Reed.
Flores.
We've said Sabian Flores' name a time or two tonight.
Yes, we have.
Outstanding member of that NBCA defense. 2nd and 8 at the 39. Wilson again. This time Calvin Little there for the stop.
We've said his name a bunch too. A couple of good run stops there on 1st and 2nd down. Brings up 3rd and long.
And so now time beginning to be an issue as we go under 2:30. In a game in which Geneva needs 2 scores. Not to mention it's 3rd and 8. Hanover looks deep, lets it fly. Pass complete, 1st down. They got to hurry. It's Reed Adderholt down there.
Kind of a wobbly pass. It wasn't a dart. And Adderholt just had better body position against the defender to get to the ball.
So for the 2nd time on a 3rd and long, the Eagles keep the drive alive. First time it was...
Who called a timeout?
Geneva called it.
Geneva, okay.
Bryce Hanover ran for a 1st down. The 2nd time he connected with Reed Adderholt. So look at what's up next for these Geneva Eagles following tonight. From here, taking on
Austin Hill Country.
Austin Hill Country Crescent on the 18th. The following week, they've got Rose Legacy, then their bye, before they end with Corpus Christi's John Paul II. You see, they started the season with a loss to San Antonio Christian, rebounded with victories against La Pryor and Sabinal. Sabinal is where they lost their quarterback, Q. Lost to the Houston Kip Academy the following week before rebounding against John Paul II to get us to 3-3. Hanover. Rolling to his right. He's in trouble. He's got to let it go. He can't. Huge play for that NBCA defense.
I bet he wishes he had a timeout now, the Geneva coach, because he needs one now. That clock is rolling.
Coach Grant Gaston, his second season here as head man. First head coaching gig. Hanover, 2nd and 22, deep, complete. They're inside the 10.
But it's not a first down.
It's Noah Brunsvold with the catch. They got to hurry to the line now. We go under a minute 20. 3rd and 1. There's
motion. They moved early.
They moved early. No penalty markers, though. Reed Wilson across the 5.
One of the running
there
it is. One of the running backs took off before the snap.
That was almost like one of those officiating moments you see in basketball when the official holds his whistle to see if the ball goes in.
Right.
When it doesn't, then he calls a foul. A delayed call, but nonetheless, a call came. So the penalty marker going to move Geneva back.
Oh.
Actually.
They didn't call it on that. They called it on the face mask, and that'll be a first down.
Never mind.
But that running back took off a step, took a full step before the ball was snapped.
Yeah, it looked in real time like they went a little early. But hey, officials didn't see it. We play on. 1st and goal at the 4. A minute to go. Clock runs. Hanover keeps. He's into the end zone. Touchdown. So now this thing about to get really interesting, at least in terms of the onside kick that's coming. 51-48. Hanover getting in from 4 yards away, continuing his great night. What he's worried about most now, though, is making sure his team gets another opportunity offensively.
Well, they need to kick this because that gets you within a field goal.
Yes, a field goal wins it for you.
If you get a turnover.
Elland back to attempt the extra point. There's a penalty.
Too many guys
I think they have too many men on the field. All right, as you heard, Geneva backed up 5 yards.
So they're going to go for 2 now? Then you're down.
Boy, this will tell you which call Coach Grant Gaston feels more comfortable with. An extra point from 5 further yards away or sending his offense out there. We've got our answer.
Yeah, we do.
Hanover.
He's going to
looking right. Fade.
Not a chance.
Looking for Reed Adderholt. So this remains a 3-point game. So Geneva can still, a field goal still does them good. The difference now is that now it just simply ties the game as opposed to putting you over.
Yeah.
51 seconds, and we await the onside kick to come from the Eagles. It's been fun, Tony Brubaker.
Hey, you know what? I'd almost not that they could pull it off, but if you just pooch it into a dead area,
yeah,
maybe your guys can run to it faster than NBCA will cover it.
Right.
That's what I would do if my kicker was accomplished enough to be able to do that.
Right. And
that's a question.
And I think in that kind of scenario, if you've got great athletes who can get there quickly,
and we've seen 2 of them.
And yes, I think you might be better off in that kind of scenario. So we'll see what Geneva opts for here.
I think 4-11-21 can run. Now, the Wildcats put everybody up close, 10 guys up close. 6 and 4. fill the gaps.
There's a quick kick. Recovered nicely by NBCA. Let's see what the bottom of the pile is.
I think it was Walker, wasn't it?
I'm seeing if that's 2 twos. Was it 22? Because that would be
Thornhill?
Barrett Thornhill.
Yeah.
Either way, it's Wildcat football, and they can put it away from here. Another look. There's Thornhill, middle of your screen, 22. Yep. That's him.
A couple guys need him in the helmet and tried to push and prod and poke away. Still trying. That's ridiculous. Whistles happened already. But they didn't do it in a vicious way, that was for sure. They were probably just jostling and talking fun stuff.
And so NBCA now in fantastic position.
So do we know how many timeouts either coach has?
Well, I've been kind of checking out the scoreboard for the better part of the night,
Yeah.
checking to see.
So they say they have 2. Geneva has 2. NBCA has 1.
So the good men up here are doing some videotaping on the Geneva staff and filling us in here that it appears that NBCA has 2 timeouts left. Geneva just with the 1.
So you can still run the ball.
Right. Wickham with an 8-yard carry.
They do call a timeout.
And so this should be Geneva's last timeout of the ball game.
No, they got 1 more after this.
So they had 2 remaining.
Uh-huh.
So Geneva now with a timeout still to use. But, of course, it's going to be academic here if the Wildcats are able to get a first down after gaining 8 yards on first and 10.
Using that left side of the offensive line, they get enough of a put. Well, everybody's down the field before he's touched.
Yeah.
So.
Well, if you joined us late, you missed a lot.
Yeah, you did.
NBCA scored on its first possession. Geneva then countered by scoring on its first possession. The Wildcats countered with 2 more scores, and it was 21-7 after the first quarter. Geneva would not go away, and they eventually took a 42-41 lead here in the third quarter. Snap, Wickham. First down. And that'll do it.
That'll do it.
Now, Geneva's going to take the timeout. They still have 1 more to use, so they're going to use it. So this will be their final touchdown.
But it's a first down.
It's a first down,
They can
so new
take
set
a
of
knee.
downs.
They can take a knee once, and it'll be over.
Yes. And so after Geneva took a 42-41 lead, the Wildcats responded with 10 points. Geneva just got into the end zone to make this a 3-point game. And while all of this is happening, the Wildcats lost their starting quarterback, Brady Joseph. We certainly wish him the best. Left with what appears to be a shoulder injury
of some sort.
Obviously, we don't want to speculate. I'm, even though I slept at a Holiday Inn last night, I'm not a doctor. And so we hope that whatever his absence is, that it's not long for these Wildcats. There's the snap to the backup, Carson Walker, who takes a knee, and that'll do it.
Unbelievable game, Hector. Unbelievable. The character of both teams, the character of Geneva to come back from down 21 points and take a lead, and then the character of NBCA to come back and put together touchdown drives to get ahead and then drive to kick a field goal to put it enough, even though Geneva scored again. Unbelievable game.
And so with those final words from Tony Brubaker, Geneva falls to 3-4 on the season. New Braunfels Christian Academy goes to 6-1 a year after they've won 3 games combined the previous 2 seasons.
Right.
Fantastic game here in our GVTC Thursday night kickoff. For all the outstanding folks with Wicks Productions, we say goodnight from the NBCA campus. Again, a 51-48 Wildcats victory. Good night, enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you in a couple weeks right here on GVTC, the local lens.
Hey, buddy. Got your glove?
Yep, I got it right here. You're coming, right?
Of course. I'll see you in 10 minutes.
Awesome.
Don't forget the you-know-whats.
Whether you're gearing up for a big project or a big game, GVTC has everything you need to stay connected.
What do you think?
They are going to love these.
From smart security and high-speed internet to TV and phone, GVTC provides cutting-edge technology for your home and business.
Thank you.
You made it. Hey, what is it? Whoa, jersey!
With deep roots in the community, we're committed to building a stronger, better, connected future for the areas we serve.